Elysium descend upon her palace of paradise. Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife. Everybody goes in blind to dwell in shadows, hunted in the night, taken to the gallows. If you find yourself alone, do not be troubled. You are in Elysium. Do you dare to follow? Elysium descend upon her palace of paradise. Elysium, the fields await you. Enter the afterlife. Descend upon her palace of paradise. Elysium, the fields await you to the afterlife. Elysium transcend beyond her promise of paradise. Elysium exposed and hollow. This is your one true life.
Yeah, welcome to ArtCo Drone Solutions. Merry Christmas, everybody. We've got a great show to we got a great show for you tonight. Hey, we've got giveaways galore. We've got a drone we're going to give away later in the show, and we also have the almond toffee giveaway. And not all. We've got a special mystery prize that we're going to be giving away later in the show. So stick around and have some fun. Say hello to everybody in the chat. Tell everybody about, I left my controller in the car while you're a mile away into the forest having fun. But hey, we all done that before where we gone somewhere and we're trying to, oh yeah, we got this cool, and then, oh crap, we left something in the car or at home. Uh, it's crazy. But before we get going, it's joke time. Yeah, a wonderful book that Lloyd Mendenhall, he gave me 3 of these books. So since this is the Christmas season, it's time for some Christmas humor. We should ban carol singing. I've heard her and she's awful. Yeah. I always carry a pebble in my pocket in October to throw at people singing Christmas songs. I call it Jingle Bell Rock. I hear they're banning glitter this Christmas. Well, it's been in the cards for years. An affluent Christmas is a rich Yule in our house. Yes, it is. Kids want a dog for Christmas. I was going to do turkey as normal. If anyone is alone with no one to spend Christmas with, please let me know. I need to borrow their chairs. My parents really treated me badly when I was a kid. One year I opened my Christmas present and it was just an empty box. They told me it was an Action Man deserter. I like to decorate the Christmas tree with the kids, but they're getting older and it's harder to find branches that support their weight. We're having octopus for Christmas dinner this year. Tastes awful, but everybody gets their leg. Alrighty, and that's all the humor we could stand tonight. Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's get this show on the road and let's bring up my. Oh, hey, we've already got a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Chuck. Thank you, thank you. Uh, Great way to get this train going, and let's keep it going, everybody. Oh, somebody else gave me. Oh, Andy. All right, El Smeghead. Thank you very much for that $5 for five. What is it? Oh, 5 pounder. Boom, boom. There. That's my sound effect. Maybe Santa will give me uh, a new Stream Deck that has more buttons on it, and then Oh, Drone Rob, thank you very much. Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody. All right, let's. Hey, yeah, $10. That's great. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, so let's bring up my co-host all the way from Liverpool, New York. Let's welcome the effervescent Chuck. Welcome,
Hey, Art.
welcome, Chuck.
How you doing?
Merry Christmas. I'm doing
Merry
pretty good.
Merry Christmas to you. And you didn't do that.
Yeah, well, if I get a bigger
Kinda.
string deck from all these super chats, uh maybe in a couple weeks I'll have a new stream deck that has more buttons that I could do more sound effects on.
Add more stuff. You can
Yep.
upgrade.
So let's say
Yeah.
hello to everybody in the chat. We got Matt of Maddie's Drone World,
It's a busy
Gene
room.
Pop, and then we have TJ Drones and more. And then we have Chris, Sunrise, Water Media,
And you have
Andy
a super
Cortez.
chat from Uncle
Oh,
Bill.
another one. Uncle Bill's Toys. Thank you very much. Thank you. And then we have who else? Doug Paulson. Welcome, welcome. And then we've got Alan Drone Views Media and Drone Rob. Rob, hey, welcome to the show. And then Chris Wedgeworth. I say that very carefully. And then we have Michael Flies on Drones, one of the Toto brothers. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto. Then we got Warren, Akira Show. And then who else? Oh, Angie, Lost Girl Heights, and Trevor Foos. Trevor, I've got some bad news for you. It's going to take a while for your toffee to get to you because nothing is getting shipped into Australia because of the Omicron variant. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
freaking Omicron, my
Yeah,
buttocks.
I know. That sucks. Then we got Bill of Uncle Bill's Toys and Robbie RC Pro B. Welcome, welcome to the show. And oh, Jerry Bauer, the man with the power, Mr. Bauer. Welcome, welcome to the show. And then we have Tom Tintos. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Charles Galuski. Thank you. Good to see you. And Lori Kovac, the better half of Chuck Kovac.
Definitely the better half, that's for sure.
And
There's James.
oh, we got John Bonenfant. We got him, Jeff, Carolina Airshots. Welcome, welcome. And Steve Mack. Yeah. Not to be confused, confused with his cousin Fleetwood Mac. And who else? I think that's about it. Yep. So we got everybody. Thanks for coming. So we've got a great Christmas coming next week. Should be a lot of fun. I still don't know where I'm going to be. It looks like I'm having Christmas on Friday at my sister's house because that's when everybody is going to be together because my niece is going down to Pueblo. They got family stuff there. And okay, so we'll get there. Oh, Jim Beauchart. Hey, Jim, I sent you a link if you want to jump in and be part of this crazy uh, panel here. And then we have Troy, Big Water UAV Solution. Awesome, awesome. Good to see you. And oh, and Dustin, One Vision Aerial. Not to be confused with Ariel and Frozen.
Or Double Vision.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a sucky thing.
So I finally got the old haircut. Boy, that feels better.
Feel lighter? So that's
Yep,
how you
I
lost
do.
weight during the holidays, Art. Got rid of some hair. Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Hair today, gone. You know what? This is the first time this has ever happened to me where the barber trimmed my eyebrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you get waxed?
No, she just, had the
Just trimmed a
little.
little bit. Got the Got rid
I
of
go, oh, that's
the
cool.
Brezhnev look is gone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Brezhnev.
Yeah, I have that unibrow going.
Ooh, there you go.
I am Brezhnev. I come from Russia.
Or
Russia.
Bert, like Ernie and Bert. Bert had the unibrow.
Yeah. Lake Pilot, welcome to the show. Ooh, wow, we're up to 42. That's
Yeah, you
awesome, guys.
can't keep up, man. It's like they just keep pouring in. Everybody's pouring in. I even saw James with a little waffle graphic on there.
Ah, cool. Cool. I saw one of his videos earlier today. Boy, that pavilion is really coming along. I'm
Yeah,
really
it is.
impressed with that. Matt Bagwell, the other Matt that bags well. The one thing that I was really impressed with that pavilion was that charging unit. It
Oh,
pops
yeah.
up.
I'm
Oh, I thought,
I'm wondering how all that stuff, the outlet covers, the charging station, how those things are going to endure super high UV that they're going to see in the Philippines. I think you're going to find James will find he'll have to replace the plastic stuff.
yeah, that's true.
It'll get like kind of like
Faded and
milky
kind
or
of,
smoky, it just tears it
yeah.
up. Yeah.
Hmm.
But it's really cool. I love that charging station. Just having a QI charging station, then it goes like elevates.
Yeah,
Up.
it's like
Yeah.
I feel old. I feel like all the stuff that I had back in the 60s, I feel like I lived in the dark ages.
Well,
I'm like going, you want to charge your phone? Just right there on top of the station.
yeah, it's great until
Without
the big old
wire.
until the solar flare comes and whacks us and takes out all the satellites and stuff and
Yep.
all that. But yeah, it's great right now. Technology is awesome when it works.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really cool. My Pixel 6 Pro is charging on a wireless stand right in front of me right now.
Awesome.
Conveniently. I love wireless charging. When are our drones going to charge wirelessly?
45. Wow, we got a
Nice.
great crowd tonight.
Hey, Matt.
And come on, guys,
And
keep
Maddie, too.
the super chats going. Merry Christmas. Spread that good cheer around. And I mean, that's how I'm able to get these great prizes for, for giveaways, which is awesome. I guess the fly guy,
Steven?
oh yeah, he's watching. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. There's I can't keep up with the chat. This is crazy. Look at this. Man. It's insane.
So I still have some stuff to get. Oh yeah, Teespring. Thank you, Steve Mack. Hey, right now 10% off on all my products in on Teespring. So
That's more than just I thought it was just one day. Is that actually longer than one day?
I have no idea.
Because they were doing like a special. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, I saw the thing. I got the email saying 10%. I go, oh,
it's very cool. Yep, very cool.
Oh, I see 10 toes. Not,
Well, you can do the other thing. Didn't Steve share the
yeah,
Steve Mack
share my
share the
PayPal.
yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
do PayPal, and that's another way you could send me a few bucks. And that I got some great news from work yesterday. I got a bonus.
A
Yeah,
BONUS, not a BONEUS.
yeah.
Because
So that
my boss gave me an envelope once that was full of dirt and it said BONE-US on it. I was laughing at says, here's your bonus, Chuck.
there you go, folks. There's my tip jar to
Yeah,
my
there it is.
PayPal. If you don't feel that you want to send it through the regular super chat, that's one way you could send me a few bucks, and it's cool.
Uncle Bill.
So, oh, Uncle Bill, thank you very, very much. Awesome, awesome. Let's keep that train going, guys. Yeah, Novice Quads, good to see you. Hey, thanks for jumping in, and maybe Ken Herring might pop in. Who
Never
knows? I
know.
sent him a link.
He has a busy social schedule this week. He's
Yes,
going
he
to be on
does.
Flying for Fun on Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting show.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
He'll probably be right after that show. He's probably off to Allentown, Pennsylvania to be
Really?
with his mama for
Oh, I didn't
Christmas.
realize. So she's in Pennsylvania. She's not in Syracuse or anything.
No, no,
Okay, because I thought he was from where I am. But,
no. He worked at a radio station, in Syracuse, at one time.
hmm.
I mean, that guy. He's worked all over. He worked in West Virginia, Vermont. Um, he worked in Alabama and Texas and Duluth, Minnesota. Oh God, not bad in
Duluth,
the
Iowa, or
summertime,
Duluth?
but boy, those winters could be brutal.
There's a Duluth, Minnesota too. I think it's like Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm confusing my states now. I'm confusing my states. Oops.
Yeah, you're thinking of Fargo, which is on the
No, I
right
was
next
thinking
to it. That's North
no,
Dakota.
there's a city in Iowa that begins with a D. It's
Oh,
not Duluth.
Davenport.
No, but whatever. It's shorter than that.
Johnny
Well then,
Mac 26. Hello, hello. Good to see you.
how many people are in here
So
now,
yeah,
Art?
we got some cool new drones came out. Emax came out with a new they came out with the Tiny Hawk 3, which looks very similar to this. I guess it's got a better camera. Des Moines you're thinking of.
Des
Is that
Moines.
it?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Or Dubuque?
Yep. Akira show to the rescue.
Yep.
Dubuque.
Des Moines.
Des
Driven through
Moines.
there many times. Hey, the grumpy vlogger. Hey, Lloyd. Good to see you. You are welcome to join us if you want. I gave
I
you a link.
think I think he said he
Just
had
don't talk
something
about
going.
dentistry because it
It's
puts
yeah,
stuff in
no
your
teeth
teeth.
talk. I think he had something going on though, maybe. But yeah, it's cool if he can drop in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah,
talk about dentistry.
that'd be cool if I could get the Tiny Hawk 3. That'd be cool.
Tiny Hawk 3. We were
Yep.
talking about the Mavic 3 earlier, and
Maverick 3, or as
the,
Adrian would say, Maverick.
yeah, well the Mavic 3
Maverick.
supposedly is going to release in Asia with a Flymore / RC Pro bundle.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So let the good times roll. Maybe that will trickle down over to this side of the pond.
All right, TJ, I'll get you a link.
He's getting a link. Mavic 3 giveaway. Yeah, no. That would be nice, though. Yeah, are you going to give away a Mavic 3? Sign me up, brother. Thanks, Gene.
Okay. Which TJ? I got three TJs. I know it's not TJ Grady. Oh, it's TJ Alexander. Okay, now I'm
too many TJs.
Yep. TJ needs some pajama grinding. Yeah, and Uncle Ray or Captain Ray was the big winner at Spin Up.
Yeah, that lucky
that
guy.
was cool. That was cool.
Yeah. I hope he's flying it and not using master shots. He's flying it like a real pilot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. No, I'm not.
So let's see.
I'm just jealous.
The question I have for you is: does the smart controller work with the Spark as well?
No,
I didn't think
the Spark only has Wi-Fi. It doesn't have AccuSync.
Okay.
AccuSync, actually, AccuSync 2, 3, and 3 Plus. I think the Mavic 3 has 3 Plus.
Right.
Those are all basically core-wise the same. So that's why the smart controller could work with the Air 2S and Mavic 2. Because anyway, we'll see what they do.
Somebody and keep that thought. Let's welcome all the way from Florida. It's TJ.
Welcome. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, thanks for hopping in.
TJ.
You know, it's really nice to have food in the back room. You know, I just finished off some yogurt that was just kind of randomly sitting there, and you know, I just finished eating it, and it was really good. It was key lime pie yogurt.
Awesome.
You have some graham crackers in that too. I saw like the double bubble container.
And I think I found some cookies at one time too, but
where'd he go?
I don't know. I think he's turning his camera because he was giving us portrait instead of landscape. Now he's frozen.
Florida Wi-Fi is sketchy.
Yeah. So what part of Florida are you from, TJ? I put the earbuds in so you can hear us. I don't think you can hear.
He's working on it. He's got to work through
Johnny D. Welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Hey, Johnny DRC. And Chris is laughing too. Everybody's laughing. Man, I'm telling you, I want to get a Mavic 3, but where am I going to fly the thing? If they're going to lock us all down, where the hell am I going to fly?
Yep.
My kitchen? That's not very fun. Well, could be exciting.
Trevor says the smart controller works with the Mavic 2, Mini 2, Air 2, Air 2S. Does it work with the Mavic Pro?
No.
Or the Mavic?
No.
No?
No.
Mavic Platinum?
Nope, that's original AccuSync. That's OG AccuSync. No, but Trevor's right. That list is correct. But we'll see what DJI does. I predict DJI will make the RC Pro backward compatible to the Air 2S and maybe the Mini 2. But I don't think they're going to include anything that has Go 4 as the app, like the Mavic 2 series is going to be. It's not totally my thought. It's the thought of me and other parties who are part of 2K Drones.
Well, if it's like the smart controller, if it's like Android or iOS,
Mhm.
you should be able to download and use the
Go
Go
for app.
4. Yeah.
But the problem is that the Android side of the device will let you download Go 4, but the radio side of the device doesn't have the COM part set up for the Mavic 2, even if it, you know what I mean? So you can load Go 4, but it won't do you any
Right.
good because DJI hasn't included the other bits required.
Ah,
You need both parts, right?
I see.
You need the peas and carrots.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, they kind of got us. So it's not all bad though. I mean, if they would just get the Mavic 3 so that it has all the cool stuff that the Mavic 2 has, plus this really ultra awesome camera and everything, then
Yeah.
people will just wave goodbye to
Get
the
the
Mavic 2
camera that
series.
works.
Camera's awesome. It's
Yep.
the other little
Get
bits they
that
haven't
tilt
added in yet.
horizon kind of.
Oh, I can't believe that. They'll straighten that out, but I can't believe it has that problem. I mean, DJI is
I
the
thought that was
master
a
of gimbal.
Xeno thing.
Yeah, that's what's really weird. I mean, DJI never has that problem. It's crazy.
Is this the
And then
new
I saw,
the Xeno?
Yeah, the
Is
Xeno had the
that
tilt thing going on,
the
didn't
Xeno
it?
you guys are talking about?
Well, we were talking about Mavic 3 because some of the Mavic 3s have had a problem with horizon tilt as
Oh
well.
yeah,
I know, like Ken Dono had an issue with it for one.
yeah.
He was
When
talking about it.
when I was with Uncle Ray, it was just the two of us. A bunch of us are getting together tomorrow, but I was with him one day and he had his Mavic 3, and I think it's the front props, like the leg, it tends to hit the gimbal because it's so close.
When it's folded up,
Yeah,
right? When it's
yeah.
folded up, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But
I've heard that
I've heard
too.
good things about the thing, and I've heard not so good things about it.
Well, I'm used to my Mavic 2s having the arms rub against the fuselage every time I open and close. I'm like scrape, 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 scrape. So
That's
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
said.
I mean,
yeah,
I don't
right.
think
Scrape the
mine.
sides.
I don't think with my Mavic Air, with my Mavic Air 2, I don't think mine touches anything at all.
No,
Like
the
I
Air
just
2, the Air
got a
2 and the Air
new
2S, the Air 2 and the Air 2S are pretty sweet.
There's my
I ordered
Teespring.
a
Want to
wrap
order
of
something for Christmas?
Decal Girl, and it came like a couple weeks ago, and I put it on. So I'm just gonna fold out the front
You
legs.
got me. Yeah, the Mini 2 doesn't rub either. Oh wow, that's cool. You went with orange, just
Yeah.
like me, huh? You like your
Looks
orange?
like the. Oh, that's a nice wrap too.
I just want to be able to see the thing. The problem is when I can see it, everybody can see it. When I was in Scotland, everybody could see the damn thing. It didn't hide.
Yeah.
If I'd left it
Yeah,
gray, it would have been much more covert.
Yeah, with my
Yeah,
Mini 2,
especially in Scotland.
The gray
mine's
sky.
like purple and orange.
Yeah. I'm a
But
big fan of fluorescent orange.
I like the wraps. They feel really like feel smooth, and like it looks awesome when it's up in the air.
Yeah, I usually use Wrap Grade. Wrap Grade, you can get them pretty cheap, quickly from Amazon a lot of times, and they pretty much have every drone and just this kind of partial cover. I don't want to cover the whole thing, just highlight it so I can see it. Plus, I'm lazy. If I have to do a full wrap on a drone, that takes more time and effort. This is just
like
it's crazy when they come to you. You look at the
what art? You put my ear.
It's like a two-piece.
You look at the dressing. It's like
two-piece.
A little bikini.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
hello, Jody.
On again. And it just gives you like a little diagram about how you put the thing on, how you put the wrap on the drone. So
Wrap Grade has some pretty cool videos on YouTube. You can go and they show you step by step. You can start to put the thing together, hit pause, do the next one, pause.
And then of course I fly these little guys around the house, and and
I'll
annoy
have
the
to check
cat
that out.
with it.
I love the orange on that one.
Well, I think it's actually red. They're actually red, actually.
It looks orangey in the camera. It looks
Yeah,
very,
from the camera,
very
it looks
bright.
orange.
Yeah.
Very vivid.
Isn't that
But
the
I actually
drone
put
that
I
Kelly
put a
Shore
little
gave away?
Oh yeah, is that the one Kelly Shore gave away?
yeah. I put
Nice.
a little velvet thing on there, and I put one of my little mini strobe lights on it to see if it would like still take off, but it was a little too heavy to take off with that.
Oh yeah, just that little bit of payload's too much for it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is a little dude though.
Yeah. It only took off like maybe like an inch off the ground. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
I haven't put anything on
says
the.
orange is best for visual line of sight.
I agree 110%. That is my go-to wrap color is fluorescent orange.
Yeah.
And now my truck's close to that, so my truck's more like safety cone orange though, or Home Depot orange.
Home Depot.
Some say
orange.
Autel orange.
Orange.
More
you
like
glad.
a cream, orange cream.
Orange, you glad.
I am glad I have orange now. I had black before, and apparently black wasn't visual enough on a bright sunny afternoon for a woman to see me entering the intersection, or actually into the intersection all the way.
We were out on Matt's brother's boat. What was it, Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday, and there was this orange and black boat that we just kind of rode by, and it said beast mode on it, which was pretty cool.
So I should get beast mode graphics for mine.
Yeah, exactly. Beast
Lori
mode.
wants me to get a great big Kovaction for it and put it on the side of the truck.
Yeah,
There
put
you
that on
go.
the
She thinks
side.
just
That
put
would
the
look
K
awesome.
on it.
Heck yeah, that would look
might be
pretty
cool.
awesome.
It would be
Oh,
pretty
they've
cool.
got
Yeah.
those magnetic signs you could throw on the. Because when I ran for office, I had one for my campaign. I stuck
Yeah.
on both doors. Made sure they stick because I lost one of those things, and they're not cheap.
No, that stuff's expensive. All
Yeah.
that stuff's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mine said Art Carlson for House District 41.
See, Lori says Kovaction on the side.
There you go.
So, like your background art, where is that? Is it kind of looks like London or England or someplace?
Well, this is Westminster Castle. It's a mile away from my house, and it's actually a school.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
originally, it was a university, and it closed during World War One because their enrollment just plummeted, and it sat abandoned for several years, and then a Christian group bought it and turned it into a K through 12 school. And right behind it, over there by the water tower, is where the new campus is.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where-
Yeah, I see the water tower in the background too.
And if you, further to that side there's a radio tower. And that was for a radio station that's right there called KPOF, the Pillar of Fire.
Pillar of
That's
Fire.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
Christian radio. Yeah.
Hey, Jim's in the house.
Hey. Hello,
droning.
Harley. Good to see you. And
Harley, too.
Jim's droning. And Stevie. Good to see you.
Stevie.
Welcome.
Steve's in. Chris has been in the whole time.
Oh, then we had our Mindoro Journey is here, one of our Filipino groups, and then I know Jenna Lynn was in really early in the show, another Filipino channel. So James is probably scarfing down waffles. Last week he actually had pancakes.
He did, but he had a little waffle graphic in his his
I love
hellogram in the
waffles.
chat today. Yeah.
Waffles are my favorite, and I like pancakes and French toast and.
Oh,
Yeah, well, he's burning it off all right. He was busting his butt working on that patio thing.
right.
It's insane. All the tile work, the granite work.
Oh,
He was
yeah, the
putting in the
granite work.
braces. And I was
Mhm.
like cringing when he was drilling those holes in the granite. I'm like, God, I hope it doesn't split off on him, because he was pretty close to the edge. I'm like,
Yeah.
he had that
Mhm.
masonry bit. He's going in there. I'm like, oh, I was cringing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just prior to the show, he released another video.
Oh, he did? There's another one out?
Yep.
'Cause I
Called
saw the
What's
one
in the Box. Remember, he was teasing that towards the end of the last
Yeah.
video that we did.
Dropped that one because I didn't see that one drop because I was already up. I was in the office here already messing around with finishing up a release for us for tomorrow. Lori and I have one rolling out tomorrow, probably around noon. Then, so I didn't see his other one yet. I can't keep up with that guy. He's releasing too much too fast.
Well,
Ease
pretty
off the
soon
throttle, James.
You'll have a lot of videos about the house build across the street. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I really got to get back on the Scotland stuff. I have stuff sitting in the hopper I've been working on. I pushed off to the side. I got to get back into that. And figure out where we're going to go next, if they'll let us go anywhere next.
Well, there's still here in the U.S. You can go to. I mean, you got some really beautiful places up in your neck of the woods. You got Vermont, and go up to Maine. You got all those great little
Lighthouses.
coves. You could go there, and
I failed last time we went to Maine. I grabbed a whole slew of lighthouses on a Google map and had it all figured out. And everyone we tried to go to was either a no-fly zone or, oh, this one was really cool. I wish I had vlogged it, but we weren't vlogging then. But we parked in this like couple spaces, parked in this spot. We're gonna walk to the lighthouse. Before we can get out of the truck, this guy goes over, "Hey, you, get out of here! You're not allowed here." It was like this local dude, and he saw the New York license plates. He was all pissed off that we were there. I was like, well, I'm just trying to get my GPS to work so I can get out of here. You have to get out of here now. Yeah, as soon as I get my GPS working, I'll be on my way. And then I remember we start driving down the road. Lori's like,
oh wow,
Jesus,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Man,
so
that's
my
a good
lighthouse.
impression. You do a good old man voice there,
It was
Chuck.
bad. That guy was such a miserable
That's a good impression.
bastard, actually. But yeah, it was just bad. So we didn't get many. We didn't get any drone footage of lighthouses on that trip. That was sad. But we did drink a lot of good beer, so that was good consolation.
Well, you got to go down to Penobscot Bay and fly along the shores there. There's some really interesting stuff. There used to be a place where there were a couple wooden schooners that were left rotting on near Wiscasset, Maine. But
Okay,
sadly, about 10 years ago, some teens burned it.
Oh,
They decided, we're going to have a bonfire here.
great.
And yeah, it was like a tourist thing. So, Steve Mack, thank you very much. There's my email. Want to send me an email? Wow, we're up to 48. Cool.
You are cooking.
Yep.
Cooking.
And don't forget to leave a super chat if you leave a few bucks. Keep this going. Let's spread the Christmas cheer. Yep.
Or bake brownies.
Yeah.
Send them to Art.
There you go.
Send Art some brownies.
Every time I go tanning, I get brown knees.
Brown everything.
Well, mine turned red. I'm so
Yours turned
pasty
red.
white.
Yeah, you got to ease in. If you're gonna do the fake bake, you have to ease in. Can't
I
do it.
made
Keep
that
going.
mistake when I was in the Philippines 5 years ago.
Did too much
We went
too
out to the
fast.
pool, sit in the pool, my
Oh,
girlfriend and
no.
I, and boy, did I get baked.
Oh, that stinks.
Oh,
Was it like your
man.
first day there too? Was it like the
It
first
was
day,
either
Art?
first day or the second
Oh,
day.
no, this
Yeah.
is such a sad story. I'm laughing because it happens to so many people where their entire vacation's destroyed because you can't move.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Then once
sucks.
you get past the burn, then you're like itching everywhere.
Yeah, then you start peeling. You're like
Yep.
molting. It's
And
horrible.
you walk up to people and you like try to peel yourself and you can't reach it. It's like, man, can you
Yeah.
peel my back for me?
I tried to like lather in like Noxzema. Noxzema would turn the burn into like tan, but then
Yeah.
it would still like it would get like it would still heal and then up like you
Yeah.
ended up losing it. It's not still molt.
Yeah.
Just molted in a much more controlled manner.
You just gotta remember to get the high SPF suntan.
SPF
Green and-
1000.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stops anything.
Another one odd thing about Filipino culture is the women there, they wanted white skin. They wanted, they're always doing something to make their skin
Grass is always
lighter.
green
And
on the other
I
side.
love their beautiful brown skin was so nice, and but no, they want to look like those kimonos in Japan. That
Everybody always
Oh,
wants to
yeah.
be like somebody else, man.
right.
Isn't that what the Sneeches was about? Dr. Seuss's The Star-Bellied and the Sneeches and the Star-Bellied Sneeches? Same thing.
Oh yeah.
Everybody wanted to be like the other guy.
Yeah, with the star belly or whatever.
And the guy made the machine and was selling. He had the machine you could pay to get a star stamped on you.
Yeah.
Then he had the
That's pretty
star
funny.
removing machine, and
I'm a
why does that
Starbelly
feel like
Sneak
real life?
too. I totally forgot about that story.
That
The
is
Starbelly
totally like
Sneeches.
real life. Dr. Seuss was right. He was with it, man. That guy was with it.
Mhm. All right, we got a troll.
I can at least memorize the.
Oh, really?
Somebody,
Is,
thanks, Lloyd. Thanks for getting that troll.
is green eggs and ham and somewhat of one fish, two fish, red fish, blue
Mhm.
fish, or whatever.
Yeah.
About
that's
Go Dog Go,
Yeah,
Go
go
Dog,
dog, go, yeah.
Hat in the Hat.
green
Hop
eggs
on
and
pop.
ham.
Hop on
Yep.
pop.
On top of pop, green eggs and ham.
Green eggs and
Yeah.
ham.
Cat in the
Yeah.
Hat's the original, of course.
Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah.
Horton Hears a
Actually,
Who,
Horton
yep.
Hears a Who blows my mind to this day when you think about that's really
Yeah,
what
it's
we
like,
are.
wait,
We're just a
what?
speck.
How did he hear that?
Yep.
Because he was smoking some really good weed or something.
Yeah, smoking really good
And then
weed.
wrote books. Come on, man. He was on something.
Yeah.
The doctor was self-medicating.
The doctor was
Oh,
self-medicated.
Spots in the socks, yep. And
Oh yeah.
Lorax. Don't forget Lorax.
Oh, the Lorax, the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. No, really cool stuff. Did he ever do anything about drones?
No,
I think he's been dead for quite a while. But he got canceled, because evidently back he was he did some stuff during World War II. He was part of the what was it? The military those films that they showed like victory films that they had were because he did some caricatures in his film, that exaggerated the Japanese and the Italians and Germans. And so Dr. Seuss has been canceled, sadly. So Armandoro Jr., good to see you. Haven't seen those guys in quite a while. Yeah. So Christmas is next week. Let's talk about the toys that we got when we were kids. I remember erector set.
Oh, I destroyed mine. I was only 7. My grandfather bought me an erector set when I was 7. I was not ready for it. She should have waited another year or two. I destroyed that thing. The best toy I ever got of all the toys was the Vertibird. You remember the Vertibird? The helicopter?
Oh yes.
Thing was badass. I had the police one. You could had the hook. You could pick up the bad guy's car and
right.
I used to play. I played with that thing I had it for a few years before it finally just crapped out. I used to have it in the front yard. It was awesome.
Oh, Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
I had those.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had the Rock'em Sock'em Robots. They were badass too. Used to be able if you palmed it and hit it really fast, you could knock the block off the other guy every time and never stood a chance. You had to, but if you did it you could never win. But he's like every time you
the head just goes popping right off.
Yep.
Oh, and Tonka truck. Who can forget Tonka truck?
The real ones. They were all steel except for the plastic tires.
And who could forget Incredible Edible?
The Incredible Edible Egg? What?
Yeah, you get it's that jelly stuff that you pour in the mold and you cook it, and it's kind of like a gummy.
Oh, like
you could make little bugs.
Didn't they stop selling that? It was dangerous. They had you had to cook that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dangerous. My sister got one of those for Christmas. My parents made
Easy
her,
Bake
throw it
Oven.
Out. Thing Maker. It's called Thing Maker. The Easy Bake Oven has a 100-watt light bulb in it.
There was another version of that where you just put the plastic goop in and you baked it, and you got rubber frogs and bugs.
That was the Thing Maker. That was Thing
Maker.
The Thing
my sister, she had an Easy Bake Oven one time, and I was helping her cook stuff in there, and I left the tray, the little stick that you put the thing in. I left that in there, and when I pulled it out, it all just kind of the little tray just melted all over the place.
Man,
I was like, oh
no. Remember a game called Kerplunk?
I remember Kerplunk.
Yeah,
my sister had
That's
the Jaws
where you had
game.
those little sticks in there, and you put the marbles in, and you pull the sticks out.
Yeah.
Hungry Hippos.
Yeah,
you guys ever see the Jaws
remember
game?
The trolls.
The trolls,
like the little troll dolls with the hair all over.
Oh yeah, troll dolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about the clacker?
I had a specific shelf that had just trolls on it.
The clacker.
Yeah, it was a string that had 2 polyurethane balls, and you just go clack, 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 clack. And boy, those were dangerous. You could whack yourself in the head with that.
Oh, the little paddle ball thing that goes.
Oh, that's paddle ball. Yeah, they had the little sponge ball on a rubber band.
Yeah.
That thing.
The clacker.
That.
It had a little loop that had a string that went off, and it had little balls on the end. And what you do is you just go up and down, and the balls would go up and then down. You get the momentum. Click clack. Yeah, that's
Look
right.
At this stuff. We have Lori's talking about Light Bright. Light Bright was awesome.
Light Bright.
Break the Ice, Chinese Checkers. Mousetrap was one of that's the ultimate Goldberg right there. Is Mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
We still have that in the closet here somewhere.
Pong.
Battleship.
Pong.
That was a great game.
Slinky. Yeah, who
I
can
love
Slinky?
I love Slinkies. I was actually playing with one at work. Today's Saturday, so yesterday, and we had there was all these Slinkies. I pulled one out of the box and started doing this with it. Slinky.
We could never get it to walk down the stairs like they should. I mean,
I
it looks
know
so
that's
easy
the
on
most.
TV.
That's
Ours would never go
every
down the
time I
stairs.
get,
Would just
every
like
time I
just
see
like
one, I was
fall
like,
like.
man, I wish I had.
Yeah.
wish I had some stairs.
I don't know what the trick was. I don't know if the stairs would be just the right
Well,
height
that's
or what, but
because you had to kind of get it going, and then you kind of push it, and then it would just go.
yeah, well, ours would always go into like basically snowball mode and just
It go.
Yeah.
Oh, marbles! Who could forget marbles going way back in the way back?
marbles.
Well,
I like
was gonna
Sizzlers,
say,
man. Remember the Sizzlers? They were the chargeable.
Remember the movie
like
Ace
Matchbox cars?
Ventura, the second one, when the guy goes to pick him up at the monastery or whatever, and before he leaves, Ace Ventura goes, "There's just one more thing I gotta do," and he takes the slinky and he's like, "Slinky, slinky," and it gets to the last step, and he's like, "Oh my God, it was almost there! Ah!" Can I do it one more time?
Oh, Hot Wheels! Yeah, I remember Hot
Hot
Wheels.
Wheels.
Yeah, Hot Wheels were great, but remember Sizzlers, the ones that you charged up? They were
Oh
like
yeah,
Oh yeah.
they were like Hot Wheels, but they had a little button cell in them. You'd stick the little battery charger in them. It looked like a gas pump too, and you put like double D's in, or D-volt battery in or something,
Ooh.
charge them up, and then they go
Oh,
hauling
more
ass.
the
going on
double
track.
D's.
The double D's.
Double D.
2 D's, not double D's.
2
Yeah, where's
Ds.
my mind?
You know what else was cool was the remote, the radio controlled the racetrack cars where the
Oh yeah,
thing where you just go like this and the cars go around the track and stuff.
yeah. It had a great. It had a
Oh, you made me think
spring
of
in it.
TCR. You made me think of
Yeah.
TCR, Total Control Racing, where you could. That was the first slotless race set where you could change lanes.
I had one of those.
That was an
and then I
engineering
had
marvel the way that worked.
I had
You
a
see how that
train-
shit
train
worked?
one, and it glue in the dark.
Yeah, glow in the
That's
dark
pretty
was always
neat.
hip. Yeah, Tycho
When
had the glow in
I
the dark train.
lived in Michigan, there was a hobby store that had a race car track, and the car would have these contacts. And there was these metal contacts that had the electricity that made the motors go. You just stick that in there, and you
Yeah.
go through this great big huge figure 8 track. It had a really steep bank on the ends, and you go around, rip around real fast. Try not to get to where it goes flying off the track. But those were fun. But boy, the kids really were into
Yeah,
it. They
I
would
had
build their own little cars and made the brushes on there that had the really good contact with the track.
Oh my god, you got me thinking about the AFX, the slot cars. I used to run that set so long I'd actually cut grooves through the pickup shoes on the slot cars. You burn right through them. You have to get new ones and cut a groove through them. Oh, those were the days.
Oh, and
So what's the big
Matchbox
toy this
cars.
year? Yeah,
That was fun.
yeah, Hot Wheels, Matchbox were first.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We were talking about this not so long ago. I have to go to my parents' house and I have to recover some of mine that are sitting there before they disappear.
Yep.
Some of those are worth some money.
Oh, how about
Electronic
that electronic quarterback? Remember that? Where the table would vibrate and the quarterback was like,
wasn't that genius the way that worked too? It was all vibrations. You could bend the
Yeah.
little fingers on the bombs of the players and and adjust them so they go in different patterns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love the physics behind all that stuff.
And somebody said something about Estes rockets. I played around with that
yeah,
for a
but
while.
Was it STX?
Estes rocket.
Estes, that's it.
Or Estes. Hey, Danny. Good to see you.
Danny.
Thanks for popping in.
TJ didn't pay his power bill.
Yeah, and TJ, I think he's in a Bohemian Rhapsody video.
I'm just a poor boy.
Poor boy from a poor family. Gotta move to the fandango.
Fandango.
Lightning did very, very bright.
frightening.
Galileo,
Galileo.
Galileo. We got
We should
Galileo,
we could
Galileo. Figaro.
we could do that on here if we had enough
I'm
people.
just a poor boy. Lauren Donauer, welcome to
How
the
you
show. Good to see you, Lauren.
No possibility of a copyright strike on that. Well, we're too far off key to get copyright struck on that.
Yeah.
Right, Art? We're safe. We're safe. Oh, now you've gone all freaking Genesis Mama on us with the red lights. What's up with that? Ha ha ha! Where'd you go? TJ, what are you doing, man? You're freaking me out.
Grumpy says, ouch, my ears.
Lloyd says his ears hurt. Yeah, sorry, Lloyd.
Wayne,
Keith don't hurt.
already on.
Oh my.
Party on, Garth.
Did you go to the house today?
Not really, no.
Not really, or no?
No.
ArtCo drones karaoke.
Yep.
Could be.
I just watched sheets and clothes and whatnot.
Do you want to play her?
Do you?
Yes, do.
We don't know what TJ's
I
doing,
guess.
Michael. We have no
I think
idea.
he's doing the Blair
Guess I could
Witch
shower or
Project.
whatever.
Well,
I don't know, man. I think he's coming down from something.
Oh, the
you
boobs.
showered before.
Because I didn't really do anything.
All right, I don't know,
So?
man.
So you won't be ready till at least 8:30.
So?
Well, I don't know how long the outlets are even
Oh, it's coming up on 8 o'clock already. What the heck?
Yeah, we're getting closer. Oh, I guess the wifey's saying, get your butt over here. You got stuff to do in the bathroom.
He did look like the Blair Witch Project. I didn't even think of that. That's a great comparison.
Mhm.
Oh, it's genius. Curious Show hit it.
Reality YouTube. Yep.
Could be. It could be.
Hey, somebody's here early.
Yeah?
Let's welcome all the way from Lipa City, Philippines. It's James.
I might as well just put my mic
My
on mute
PI
now.
Dream. Welcome, welcome,
mic on mute.
James.
Morning, guys.
Inside the pavilion.
We are. We just we're eating breakfast.
There's
we're eating breakfast.
one speck
Actually,
of something left there. You didn't finish.
Hey, Nessie.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just sitting here finishing up breakfast, and yeah, you're right. The little 2 waffles that you saw this morning, we definitely had waffles this morning. Definitely had waffles.
Well, we
How's
were
everybody
talking
today?
about your little charging station there on your pavilion.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that so cool?
That is cool.
Yeah.
I just have
But
this
what I
stand
learned
one
is
that I
what's
use.
good for the phone. You just set the phone right on the top, and it
Yep.
does that magnetic inductive charging. That's so cool. But it also
Well,
has
I'm
the USB-C.
I'm not sure if my Galaxy or my Samsung
So I charge.
a,
That's how I charge my Pixel.
A11 will it do
Yeah.
it? We'll find out. Hey guys, it's about that time. It is time for Toffee giveaway.
And my number's in.
So
man.
pick a number. This time we're going between 1 and 60. Pick a number between 1 and 60,
Where are you?
and you'll win a box of Enstrom's almond toffee.
Ooh, that looks yummy.
Yep.
Ooh, Johnny
Get
Drone
your
Flyer. I
number
didn't see him drop in
and
before. Johnny
in a
said it's
bit
time for the
we'll
giveaway.
spin the wheel. So
Let's get punching
evidently,
numbers.
Australia, they're on a lockdown. Nothing is getting shipped into Australia.
What the hell?
It's been
Why
tough.
can't you
It's
ship
been
stuff
tough down
in?
in there through the whole pandemic. Everything. I mean, they
Oh
had
my
some of the
God,
businesses.
you know-
They had businesses closing and
Oh, I gotta save this
restrictions
for
going
tomorrow,
in, going
don't
out of
I?
that country. But
Yep.
they're doing their part to try to slow it down. So yeah.
There's no proof. It's all the pharmaceutical companies now. The pharmaceutical companies are just saying, "Yeah, you need to take this stuff so we can sell it." And then somebody's getting greased to frickin' say,
Come on,
"Yeah, you need
Chad.
to take the stuff
Chad,
so they
All
can sell
right.
it."
I know you
Tomorrow,
don't
Save for
believe
tomorrow?
that.
on
Tomorrow?
Art's Place. Save
Tomorrow?
it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Let's.
I might be on
let's-
tomorrow because this is really pissing me off.
Okay. All right. Let's spin that wheel.
Sorry.
And this is where you share
Went off
the
the rails.
audio.
Yeah.
And
I
go
went off
up
the rails,
to
Art. Sorry,
Chrome
man.
tab and alrighty, we got the big wheel. The big wheel, everybody.
Spin it, baby.
Alrighty, let's go spin that wheel, shall we?
Ooh, it's a high number.
And the winning number is 50. So let's see who's got closest to 50. Wow.
I gotta start over again. We have 55, which is 5 off. There's 45, which is 5 off. I think those are the two closest so far.
Yep, I see 55.
Yep, scroll up. Johnny Drone Flyer cheated and put 50 in after. So yeah, I guess 55 is closer to 50, but do you care if it's high or low? Because you have 55 and 45. Unless I'm missing one.
I don't see 56 or
I see 56, but you had 50, so 5 off of 50, 55 or 45 are as close as somebody got.
yeah.
And Johnny Drone Flyer, man. Seriously? Come on, man. You do this stuff on your show. You know what a pain in the ass it is when people do this. Loser. I love you, Johnny. I'm just kidding.
I know. I think you're gonna have to do a redo there, Art.
Alrighty, let's go and let's respin that wheel.
Ooh, we're gonna
and,
respin. This is unprecedented.
Can we leave the numbers that we had in there before, and you just do a respin? That way we don't have to do the numbers all over again. Okay, do a respin.
Okay, here we go.
Well,
47.
I think
You
40.
might have something closer. You have a
I think
42.
45 was the number, right? So one of those two got it anyway.
Yeah, so I think it's Doug Paulson.
Actually, yeah, I don't think.
Ooh.
Yep.
Wait a minute. 42. Yep.
Wow.
Well, you said you said you had a 45 and a 55 before, so the 40. The 45
Now Jim's doing it. Oh man, you guys kill me. First Johnny's the humorous one. Now Jim's copying him. Dudes.
All right,
You
so
dude.
it looks like it's Doug Paulson.
Yep.
So Doug,
congrats, Doug.
Yeah, congratulations, Doug. Just give me your email and I'll send that out as soon as possible.
So you can email them.
Can't guarantee it'll get there by Christmas. Most likely it'll be after Christmas. All right, congratulations.
All right, put your email back. Put your email back.
And here's my email if you want to send me your email with your address, and I'll get that out to you. All righty.
Well, Art, I just wanted to say I came in because I said I can't stay long. Then you go and you do the spinning thing right after I get inside there, but that's okay. That's okay. We have some business downtown that we have to do this morning to prepare for some stuff that's being done here tomorrow.
Right.
But I just wanted to drop in for just a little bit, and I want to apologize if any of the folks here in the chat actually watched the videos, because yesterday the video that you said that just dropped while you were starting your show today, that one I had a major technical malfunction on it, and there's so much going on here with the build across the street, with the build here, and I'm still, even while I'm doing that, I'm still doing the product reviews and all these other kind of things in the background. It's becoming really difficult to manage like that. Like Chuck made a comment about all the videos that are being dropped, and it's really difficult. So what I've been doing lately is I've been taking lots of video of all these things so I don't lose, because once it's done
Right.
and you cover up something, especially with the build
you
across the
can't.
street, you can't come back to it. You can't come back to it. So what I'm ended up doing is a lot of times I'll do that, and I'll come and I'll do the opening segment, the
Too
intro,
nice.
Yep. and I'll do the closing even days after all the videos collected. Well, the one for yesterday, or the one that I dropped this morning, which was called "What's in the Box," it was all done in the background. I just had to edit it and push it. And when I went to go edit it, the intro and the very first clip after the intro going into the "What's in the Box," there was no audio on there. It was blank. It was totally blank. You know that little connector on the GoPro, that special adapter thing that you have to hook it up to a external microphone or whatever.
That's typical of a lot of cameras. Yeah.
It doesn't work. Sometimes it gets a bad connection or something like that. You should see mine. It's like all the rubber.
My Insta360 1X2 comes unplugged all the time, and it just ticks me off. And I finally did this to it. Can you see the little rubber baby buggy bumper around there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Because the damn thing kept popping out on me, and the other thing is, this thing has to stay, like, this device and the cable that goes to the wireless microphone, the Rode wireless mic that goes on a bracket on here, everything has to stay in the stitch line, or else you end up seeing the damn thing in your footage later, because these two cameras, they cut everything out on the stitch line.
That strap that you have on there, does it come off easily, or do you have to put a new one on every single time that you do it?
I can just drop it down like this. Boop.
Yeah, so it is removable. It is removable. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know how long it'll last. It's pretty much stretched to the max.
Because I have mine. It's a constant plug in and unplug. It's like a USB-C type of connection for the audio adapter for the GoPro. And when you charge it, you have to pull out the microphone adapter because it uses the same.
Same thing. Same thing, James. This has to come out in order to get to the charging port.
Just like that. And then if I need to download the videos onto the computer, I have to use that same port and all. So you probably noticed. I don't know. You hear the noise in the background. This is Sunday morning here, and they're actually doing construction across the street. They've been this contractor over here. The way he meets his deadlines and gets ahead of everybody else, where some people take 2 years to build over here, and he can build the same type of a build in 10 months, is because his people are here on time in the morning. They stay late. They work Sundays. Unfortunately for me, this is my Sunday morning. This is what I got to live with.
Rubber baby buggy bumper. Rubber baby buggy bumper. Can't say rubber baby buggy bumper. Sorry, anyway, I was looking at what Johnny Drone Flyer wrote. It's hard to say that fast. Johnny Drone Flyer. Try saying that 3 times fast. That's hard.
I want to get back to the apologies for the intro. So what Ness and I decided to do was on the 2 clips that were bad, that had no audio. We said we're going to do an overdub. We're going to see if we can remember what we said and read our own lips and try. It didn't work. And it's actually comedic. It's funny. I think you guys
kind of like a Japanese movie.
Yeah.
James, that happened to Lori and me when we were in the Catskills and we were doing like the house tour. We had a problem with the audio, and Lori had to listen to what she said, and then we re-recorded it, and then I had to overdub it over what she had said before, and all but one of them is almost spot on. Lori just parroted exactly what she said before. So she was sitting here with the headphones on. She's listening to it, and like, the master bedroom. She's like, the master bedroom. She's like, the master bedroom. And then I had to put all that new stuff in with Da Vinci and overlay it on the old stuff. So I know what you're talking about, but you can do it.
Yeah.
It just is a pain in the ass.
Well, it was actually a pretty intensive. Not the first. Not, I don't think the first clip going in, the introduction before the My PI Dream splash screen's on, but the very next one where we sit down and we kind of talk about it, and I couldn't remember. And it was maybe about a minute. And a minute on video is like a lifetime when you're trying to figure out lip syncing words inside. Hey Lloyd,
it's hard. You have to be able to. Yeah, if you can't hear it at all, you're really screwed. If you can hear it kind of muffled, then you can kind of do it again, and then bring it in another audio
you'll
track.
Appreciate it. But I was expecting some trash talk, and Ness came up to me. You know, one person said they were getting so confused and couldn't figure out what was going on with the out of sync between the audio and the video and stuff like that. And I said, I know we're gonna be slammed about that. We probably will be. But most people, it's a joke when they trash talk us on there. So it's all good. But it only goes to show that sometimes, you know, people make mistakes. And sometimes it's good to even show your mistakes. You know, people kind of appreciate that. We're all
Milli
human,
Vanilli. Yeah, I've used subtitles before. When Lori and I, for some reason, didn't use the good wireless mics. Like in Scotland, we had a couple of cases where you couldn't hear us just because there was so much background. Just throw in some subtitles and deal with it. And
there you go.
Mm-hmm. I think you'll enjoy.
It's not perfect.
I think you'll enjoy the what's in the box because we're actually it's where we're at right now. I'm not going to show you because I want you to watch the video. Thanks, Lori. Yeah.
No, Lori, I'm not doing that kind of work. James is way more ambitious than me. I'll pay somebody to do that. I was watching you do all that work, and I'm like, I told Lori, I was like, Jesus, he's so freaking ambitious. I don't want to do that. And then when you had the cutting wheel on, the hat wheel, the diamond head, and you're cutting the edge off the ground, like I'm watching, I'm cringing. I'm like, God, one wrong move is gonna go in too far. I was like,
oh, I've done that before. I've done that. I've destroyed not on this project, but on another project where it just I'm like,
yes. And I was like, and then when you were drilling the holes, I was telling Art earlier, when you were drilling the holes to put with the masonry bit in the granite, I'm like, God, he's awfully close to the edge. I hope it doesn't snap off on him. Because you're talking about the voids in the granite that you had and stuff too. And
yeah, the granite for the bar, not the granite behind us back here that you sit on. This is actually limestone granite that we have in the back. But the quality of the granite that was delivered to us, if I had gone to the factory that does all the cutting, I would have rejected this. I would not have done it. But it was here.
Well, pretty
and
porous,
it was actually
it
was a second delivery because the first delivery, remember, was like 2 or 3 millimeters thinner than this right here. And this is it was thinner. It was thinner. Now the limestone was the one that got delivered that was too short. It was like about this much too short, and you had to come and deliver a whole other piece.
Mm-hmm.
But I went ahead and took it just to get it put in, and you can see some artifacts. You can see where this where I had to fill some epoxy inside here so it will stay together. But it's outdoor pavilion, you know, and it's these things happen. So if it were inside the house, for internal, I would have rejected it. I wouldn't have accepted it, but it's outside, so it's okay. It's all good.
So you're gonna have to struggle with the like the really cool charging station and then the covers for the outlets. They're all plastic, so are they going to discolor over time? Like Lori and I have that problem with stuff even up here in the Northeast of the United States. If we leave stuff out all summer, it like we had little tiki dudes that are solar charged, and the top solar panel, it gets like milky looking, and it won't, you know, the plastic UV effects.
I think I'm
tears
good.
Up the plastic.
I think I'm good on everything that we have here. Everything I try to choose, I try to make sure that it's UV resistant.
There you
go. All the outlets, I went ahead, instead of buying some of the real cheap Chinese stuff that you can get out here, I went with the Panasonic brand. It's like 3 times the price.
Yeah.
But normally, for the covers and the outlets themselves. And normally Panasonic has a really good reputation. I don't see too many people saying any of the Panasonic accessories that go with your outlets and stuff. I haven't seen anybody say, "Oh, I've had a problem. It cracked, it broke, it discolored."
Yeah.
anything like that. And you got to realize almost all my outlets in here, almost all of them, they'll never see sunlight anyway because the way the sun goes here. It comes from
They're kind of shaded all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think anything in here will get more than maybe a couple of the outlets on the side of here might get an hour's worth of sun in the morning as the sun kind of peeks through here. But because the sun sets on the other side, and this is the bar. The bar is over here, and the sun sets on the other side. Outlets are on this side over here, so they'll never see. And that's what's torture here, is the afternoon to the late afternoon sun. That's what really.
That's the harsh. That's the hottest, most direct sunlight.
And that's the reason. That's another one of the reasons why I oriented the bar in the direction that the bar is over here, because first of all, when you're out at the street, you can't see. It hides everything, all the appliances. You don't see that from the street, and that's all. It's protected from the. Yeah, I tell you, one thing that we didn't put here, we didn't put any outdoor bathroom. I don't think we have any space for one. And
we have a sink.
Had I thought about it, well, we have a sink.
So you have a drain.
I have a drain. Oh, well, I'm not going to put that down. Yeah, I'm not going to put that down. It has to go
lower level. Just have a tray come out underneath that. Pull that one cabinet door open, have a tray come out, and there you go. For emergencies.
But I could have, because the septic tank is in the backyard anyway. I could have ran a 4-inch pipe.
Number one,
4-inch pipe and it would have been very easy to do that while we had everything dug up. But everything's kind of put together right now, and we remember we have the comfort room, the bathroom inside the basement. So if we have guests over here, they'll just go to the basement and use that.
There you go. James, I understand there was a typhoon in your neighborhood.
Oh, there was a huge typhoon that went. We were so lucky because we've had an unusual unusual winter season so far here. That's why it's been cold at night. It's been getting down to, and cold for us. It's not cold to you, but when you get down to 70 degrees here, that's extreme. Look at that. She's in her sweater right now, and it's probably, I don't know, it's probably around 75, 76 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. I'm just gonna make a calculation.
39,
but it feels
39
different.
Fahrenheit right here, right now.
Yeah, but it feels different here when it gets a little bit cooler. But we've had this weather pattern. We've had these really high velocity winds that have been coming directly from the north, from Japan and the Pacific Ocean, and they're shooting straight down, and they're bringing cold air into the Philippines. I've been here 5 years, and this is the first ever I've noticed that the colder temperatures, especially at nighttime. And what it's also doing, though, it's screwing the pattern, the weather pattern for the typhoons. Because remember last year, we documented the swimming pool build in October and November into the first week of December. And remember in November, we had 3 typhoons back to back.
I remember that.
Yeah, one of them being a category 4, or what they call here a signal 4 last year. And it did a lot of damage to mainly our trees here. And it took down, remember, the raised bed garden where we have all the dragon fruit and all that. Well, this year, this has really been the first biggest one that I can think of right now. They've had some, but they've skirted over in different directions, and we just got a little bit of wind and a little bit of rain. But this year, this one that just came through, I think it was Typhoon Rai or Odette. That they have two different names, depending on what part of the world you're from, or once it goes into the Philippine area of responsibility. But Rai and Odette's the same typhoon. But it went through the center, the middle island of Visayas, around Cebu, Tacloban. Remember when the one that several years ago that did all that damage in Tacloban down there? Mm-hmm. And this one went through, and I know the
Mindanao got hit pretty hard.
Mindanao probably got some of it. Yeah. Yep. And I think as of yesterday, I was reading in the news where I think there was reported 31 dead from that, and a lot of devastation. But we got maybe about 4 hours of rain and some wind. some wind, and that was all we got here. It wasn't anything. Thank goodness. And I feel sorry for the people that down the south, but we dodged a major bullet, but it's because of that weather pattern that comes down, and it pushed it. Because normally what happens, it comes from the east to the west, and it's usually right around when it hits the Philippines, it shoots north.
Right.
And so many of them will hit right here on the southern part of Luzon and shoot north and end up going through us, go right through Manila, and then go back towards the east in the Pacific Ocean. Right. But right with the weather pattern now, they're all going straight down, and they don't shift until they actually hit like Singapore or China, the southern coast, southeast coast of China, and then they shoot up. And I think that's what this one did. I think it did the same. But yeah, it did a lot of damage in the middle of the country, but really nothing up here.
Well, last week we had some really bad tornadoes in Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois.
I saw that in the news.
27 mile. That's how long the tornado was on the ground.
It just steamrolled. It was unbelievable. It was like an F3 too, which is a pretty sizable tornado.
Because normally, the tornados come in and
they touch down and go up, a small section,
touch down and go. And then they kind of like a lot of times they kind of blow themselves up and they
blow this one and just kept on mowing stuff and oh my god, the damage it did and. Even
whole
this
towns
not as important.
Leveled whole towns.
Yeah,
I saw those factories. I saw the Amazon
Corvette factory got hit.
Factory.
The
candle factory.
Sports car factory got nailed.
And that was pretty close to where Ken Heron lived. He
has some footage. He had
east of there. Yeah,
he put some stuff on YouTube. Ken put up something.
Yep,
they had edited it up.
I bet you didn't put up any drone video.
Well, not after, not before, but the aftermath.
Yeah, maybe the after. Well, I mean, what I was referring to was during
not even an FPV drone can overcome that stuff.
No.
Although it'd be fun to launch a drone and have it get sucked up in and film the whole thing.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh
like Dorothy from
record
be your own Dorothy. Get a 360 camera and put it on a drone and send it up in the frickin'.
Oh yeah,
it's like Twister.
Yeah, that would probably gone viral and paid
when cows
for
fly.
the drone itself. You got a new drone out of that one.
They go viral.
But the problem is you gotta find the drone and then get the SD card out.
No, you don't. You can
what
get
I was saying, some
stream.
record on the internal SD card on the controller.
Yeah, you get the cache. Just cache it up.
The cache, yeah. Some of them do
but if
that.
you got the card back, that'd be great. But if you don't get the card back, someone else might get it and get to use the footage. Find the carnage of the drone.
I'm hoping to get the drone out tomorrow because Gerard and V, who are building across the street, they're doing, and I think it's tomorrow, they're doing a very important segment of their build. They're doing the fill of all the formwork for the swimming pool.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And you'll see that they pulled off all the formwork. They're pulling off all the form. They've already pulled off all the formwork for the retaining walls that provide all the support on that real deep chunk of the section where all that backfill area was in the backyard. And it looks nice. It makes I was amazed. I walked over there yesterday, the day before, and it's incredible the amount of effort that's going just to stabilize the backyard so the house can be built on top of all that stuff. It's just incredible. You'll see in the next video. I'm hoping to get some drone video on that as well.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Looking forward. So we were talking about toys we had as a kid for Christmas, James. So
yeah.
We're talking about erector set and Tonka trucks and Kerplunk, Rock'em Sock'em robot.
Rock'em. Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have one, but I had friends that had. We were poor.
Yeah, Mousetrap. freaking
Yeah, I
awesome,
never
man.
got those cool gifts, but I was able to go
I'm
to friends'
spoiled
houses
rotten. I
and
had all
stuff
that.
like that.
I had all that stuff. I was spoiled rotten, man.
I think James got for Christmas was a stick.
A stick? Aw. Do you remember Spin Welder? Do you guys, either one of you guys remember Spin Welder?
That sounds familiar.
It was like
Tell us more, Chuck.
well, I don't know if we
Yeah,
could find it,
tell us
if you can
more.
Google it, but it was I got it for Christmas, and the thing that it came with was a workbench. My parents bought me a nice, solid. I still have it to this day, a real workbench, and they got me Spin Welder, which was like they were kits. I had like an airplane and I had a car, and they gave these plastic girders that made the frame of the whatever you were building, and then you had a little. It was a little like it was a motor and it looked like a gun, but it was a motor that spun these plastic bits that were about that long, like an inch or so long, and you by spinning the plastic bit, you push it against the two plastic beams and you basically melt the plastic and it would weld it together, like
No, I never.
the
No, I
plastic
don't
would
know
weld the
that.
plastic together. It was the coolest thing. And then when you got done with the frame, they gave you the cardboard covering, like turned it into an airplane or a car, and they had these little plastic rivets. You put them in the little gun, and it would spin the rivets and like melt them into position and melt them into the frame so they'd hold everything in place. Spin welder. It was I don't know how many freaking. Do you remember those 6-volt dry batteries? Those batteries with the spring tops on them.
Yeah,
that's what the drill ran off of. And I don't know how many of those batteries I went through.
Yeah, because they didn't have rechargeable back in the day.
No, they were like dry cells.
No, they were
stuff
alkaline
like
batteries. Yeah.
it was the lantern. They were lantern batteries. Those like 6-volt
Well,
lantern
not.
batteries.
I don't think they were alkaline. They were lead acid batteries back then.
Yeah.
They were these great big block things.
Yeah. Well, remember I told you. I told you the story.
Oh, Charles remembers that. Yeah.
I told you the story a while back about one of the toys that was memorable for me because I always like taking things apart because everybody's asking me about, how do you know so much about this or like that? Because I broke everything that I had as a child because I would always take them apart. And I had one of those. I had what the kids have them today. The battery powered trucks and everything like that. But the battery powered car that I had a lead acid battery inside. And of course, they're cheap toys, and we didn't have rechargeable back then, and they don't have alternators inside the kits. So let's say, so every time your battery died, you had to go buy another battery, and that's why I ended up pushing and doing the Fred Flintstone thing with my feet on that because I only had one battery. My parents couldn't afford to buy any more batteries.
I remember taking a little DC electric motor and wondering that if I spun the shaft instead of powering the motor, if I spun the shaft, if it would generate electricity. So I remember attaching like a little light bulb to it, and then held it. I flipped my bike over and I started spinning the pedals and I held the shaft against the bike tire, like, and the light came out. I was like, holy shit, it works! I remember that. I was like, yeah, I was an engineer before I was an engineer.
Hey, Captain Ray. Good to see you. Yeah.
It's a one of a kind One Vision. It's one of a kind.
Well, that's kind of
ordered up last year.
It's good. I think it's good to experiment. It's good to do all these kind of things because it helps you to think out of the box. So many people when they think there's only one, and that's what I find inside the Philippines. A lot of people that do building around here, there's only one way. They've only seen it done one way, and that's the only way that they'll ever do it. But sometimes you don't have the parts that you need. Something's not in stock, and I often go inside I go into big box stores, and a lot of times I'll ask them, like, do you have this? And they'll say no. They'll go, voila, no, we don't have it. It's not in stock. And I'll say, do you have that's a suitable substitute? What, Art?
It's time to pick a number to win the drone. Pick a number between 1 and 60, and you will be the winner of this Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle drone.
I just
You're
threw in
killing me.
26.
I have to
Let's see what
open up
happens.
my other browser every time just to pick because we can't. And then I
Come on,
hit
Lori,
your
pick a number. Pick a number, Lori.
then I got to
There
hit
we
your
go.
Number
ad.
between 1 and 60.
I hope Lori wins because she'll fly
Okay.
through the swing set just like Chris wants her to.
There you go. Well, hopefully you got a Tyrannus FR Sky controller.
I'll gladly film
Controller
the
not
whole thing.
included, folks. But you do get props and a couple batteries with it. So batteries
Pretty
are
cool,
included. So
Pretty cool.
Steel Man, he's in. Good to see you.
Is this like the drone that you used on that one video when you were inside your friend's house and you were just bumping on everything inside? Is that the same?
Oh
kind
no,
of?
that was this guy. This
Oh,
is
was
the
that
Tiny
one?
Hawk too. Yep.
Okay.
This is more for outdoors because it's got beefier motors and no prop guards.
Well, I
Looks
don't
pretty
know.
robust,
After
man.
watching
It looks
you,
like it can take a
after
pounding.
you flying that other tiny hawk inside of one house, I think all drones for you have to be flown outdoors.
All right. The voting is closed. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel.
Yeah, see,
Shall
Lori
we?
says, yeah, for 13 for the swing set.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the swing set video yet, have we?
No, no, because the
Lori
FPV drone.
Lori the drone pilot swing set episode. We got to see that. I'm still waiting on that.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and spin for the winner of this beautiful drone. Let's spin. Wait a minute. No. We're going to do that again. We already had
Hey, what's
47.
up? You have a magnet? Do you have a magnet under
It's
the number
fixed.
47 there? I'm
The
starting to wonder
fixed
Or
about
should
this.
we? All right. Just to be fair, let's keep it. So far, Gene Fox is the closest.
I see Doug.
Wait
Doug's
a
at
minute.
45.
Joe Powers, you are the winner so far, unless somebody else picked it.
What do you mean? You have I see 45. I see Doug.
Well, let's check the timestamp where Joe Powers. Where did I see that? Yeah, Joe Powers. He is in the time limit. He's got 47 right on the button.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, Joe. Please email me your address, and if I'm one of your Facebook friends, you could send me a PM or DM or whatever. If Steve Mack could put there we go. Here is my email address. Go send me your address, and I will ship this out to you. So congratulations, Joe.
Yeah, congrats.
You are the winner.
Congrats. Yeah.
I really wanted that thing.
So everybody don't go away. We've got another prize to give away, the secret prize, which I will give away in about 25 minutes. So stick around.
Ooh. So James, yeah, I was the one. My parents hated me because I took every single thing apart in the house, whether it was mine or not, and wanted to see how it worked.
Oh,
everything
I
came
didn't
apart.
do that.
I took everything
I didn't bother
apart.
Everybody else's though.
I was always curious how does stuff work. I always had to know. So that was that like the little mouse and was it the night before Christmas or whatever when he took the clock apart and broke it. Remember the clock was supposed to bring Santa Claus?
Anyway,
I actually love
here's
that
what's
special because that was
what's
me.
inside here. You get this little kit, and there's a charger
Nice. It comes
for
with
the
a carrying
batteries,
case,
and the
That is really cool.
batteries are right over here by my finger here, and
Look how small
the
that
props
case is too.
are in
The goggles
here,
and
and
everything are way
stickers.
bigger.
You get some really cool stuff.
Stickers.
Oh, Sean, you're welcome. Glad you got the Christmas card.
Joe seems pretty excited. So, Joe, you're gonna have to fly through a swing set then. It's one. It's one of the...
No, you're gonna have to have your wife. You're gonna have to have your wife
crap.
fly it through a swing set.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the rule.
She has to show him the way. This is the way.
Yeah, and he has to video it.
Swing set
He has
shot.
to. He has to sit back with his camera and video the whole thing going.
Oh, I'll film the whole damn thing, whether she makes it or not. I'll film the whole thing. It'll get, yeah. Lori needs to get the goggles to stay on her face comfortably, though. That's what she's struggling with. She can't get the goggles. They're so big and bulky to fit comfortably.
Get your knee behind her head and pull that.
Yeah.
There you go. That's not going to fall off.
I'm still behind it. I still haven't gotten FPV. I still haven't gotten FPV yet. So maybe
I really do think she'll like it though. If she flies it, she'll be way bolder than me too, because she didn't buy the drone, so she'll just fly it like she stole it, basically, which she did.
Thank you, Richard.
I think for recreational use and fun type stuff, I think the FPV is probably awesome to do that. But it's really impractical for the stuff that I do around here for the videoing of all the projects.
James, you can fly this something like this all throughout your house. Kind of give us an indoor view of, go from your basement all the way up to your bedroom and go through. And if you watch my last video where Daryl had a drone just like this one, very similar, and he flew throughout the house. And you got to see the Christmas tree and his kid and his wife and his dad. Then he went upstairs and you saw his little computer area, and he went back down all the way down to the basement where he's got these hoops where the drones would fly through.
Well, I get a lot of requests. I've got a lot of requests because people they watched, I don't know how many episodes, 300, 400, 500 episodes of the build here. And everybody said, but we never got the final walkthrough of your house when it was complete. Well, the house wasn't complete when the contractor left here. He bailed at the very end. So it wasn't done. So I'm still, believe it or not, as we speak, I'm still finishing. I'm stopping.
Hey, Adrian.
There he
is. Adrian.
Yo, Adrian. Thanks, James.
What's going on, brother? James.
Hey.
Long time no see, man.
You just missed the drawing for the Tiny Hawk freestyle.
Merry Christmas to you.
How's it going with you?
Everything is all right. I was going to jump in earlier, but that little thing I call baby, she had my ass busy.
No. Yeah.
That's why I was going to say, oh, you look like you just woke up from a nap, but you're exhausted is what it is.
I'm talking about that. That's been the whole lesson. She got up around 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Ray, how you doing, buddy?
Ray Kelly. Yeah.
Oh, Steelman.
Johnny DRC. Yeah, do video on a doggy cam. No, these guys are talking to Lori and telling her to go like with Fat Sharks and stuff. No. This girl's going full on digital, man. We're high tech in this household. There'll be no analog in here, man. It's all digital. Digital.
Hop on, Rez.
Baby.
Say hi to everybody.
Zeros and ones.
Hop on, say hi.
1 0 0 1 0 0 1 in distress.
Hi, hop on.
Sorry. Anybody know that band? Yeah, you do. It's Rush.
I think he's pissed because I just woke him up from his nap.
Yeah. No, we're just gonna get those goggles on Lori's head, strap on tight. Sorry, what? You're asking how Adrian's doing?
What's been up? I haven't heard from him lately.
No, nothing much. I actually did a little bit of flying today with that new DJI Air to S fly mode combo that I got with the smart controller. I finally did a little video.
Whoa, wait, Adrian, the smart controller or the RC Pro? Which one did you get?
No, I got the remote controller. I didn't get the RC Pro.
Oh, so you got it before they ran out of the smart controllers then?
Actually, no. The one I actually got it from Best Buy. Best Buy doesn't have what B&H Photo deal got going on.
Ah, okay.
I see.
Still a nice drone though. Air 2S is a
I
sweet
mean,
drone.
it is a nice, freaking bird. It really is.
Small and
I mean,
powerful.
Yep.
it's kind of like the Mavic Air 2. It just has a couple of more goodies, you know what I mean, than what the
Well, it has more
Mavic
power
Air
too.
2
It's
has.
faster. It's actually
I mean,
faster.
it flies a little faster, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the hassle on that 1-inch sensor is freaking amazing, even at night.
Yeah, it's not a Hasselblad, but it's the 1-inch sensor lets a lot of light in. That's a really sweet sensor. Get some really good footage with that thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Man.
did a little bit of flying today while the baby was asleep, and it took me down there 5 hours to edit the video, messing with her,
So it's
course,
5 minutes long.
and then of
If it took
course,
you 5 hours, it's
go ahead.
yeah. If it took you 5 hours, it must be a 5-minute video. Then that's what it takes for me anyway. Hour a minute.
I think it's about 7 minutes and 45 seconds.
All right,
But
you're
I
doing
mean,
pretty good.
you know as much as I do, Chuck, that when you edit a video, you don't just put it up there. You know you're gonna make it to
Well,
your liking.
Some
So
of us don't.
you're gonna do a lot of changing, and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Some
I
of
feel
us
you,
don't,
man.
Adrian. Well, you need to watch the one I just posted about an hour ago. And you might say, "Oh man, I thought James worked hard on videos," but to get the intro of that one, you'll
you
see that's an exception to my policy.
is your channel
Yeah.
pretty much exactly James MPID?
It's my PI dream. Just the word my space PI space dream.
Am I
no.
subscribed to your
PI is
channel,
in.
James?
Yeah, yep. I don't know. I hope so.
Because if you posted a video, I don't know if I got it. Let me
Well,
hold on.
we were talking about that a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. It's YouTube is weird sometimes. Even when you click
It
on
is.
that little link, yeah, when you click on the link that
Here,
says
I'll post it in the chat. There's James' channel.
notify me, the little ring the bell thing. Some people, they say even after they've done that, they don't.
Yeah.
It was working at one time, and then it stops. Maybe you have to ring the bell again. I don't know.
Oh,
You say
Johnny
you're gonna
D.
put it in
Just
the
put
chat?
James'
Sorry.
channel in the chat. Yeah.
Thanks, Johnny D. Maybe you have to ring the bell again. I don't know.
Yeah, there's James' channel right there in the chat. Like
Okay, hold
Art
on.
popped
Let
it up.
me click on it.
Speaking of that, everybody should check out everybody's channel. And if
Yeah,
you dig
that's
the
right.
stuff,
Absolutely.
That's
if
right.
you dig their stuff,
Absolutely.
subscribe to them. If you don't
Mhm.
dig their stuff, you can still subscribe. But really, just subscribe to the ones you really like, though. I mean, seriously, that's what you
Oh.
want, right? You want subscribers that really like what you make, and they want to watch it, and they comment, and you get the comment back and talk about it, and that's what makes YouTube
It's weird.
cool.
It's weird, Chuck. It's weird. I gotta tell you, I don't know how many subscribers we got. We got a fair amount of subscribers, but
Yeah, you're doing all right.
even my family doesn't subscribe to my channel.
Yeah,
My
I
s-
don't feel. I know what you mean.
Well,
but
my sisters, their lives are so busy. I'm like, did you watch the last? I think you guys. Oh, what was your channel name again? I said, you're my sister. You don't know what my channel name is. And then my dad.
yeah, I get
My
that all the
dad,
time.
my dad has never been on a computer before, and he's still running the old, the flip type cell phones. Like the
A flip phone. My
he
dad
doesn't have a.
My dad has a new Moto Razr because he had a flip phone, and I got him a smartphone flip phone, and that just confused the crap out of him. But it's a flip phone.
Unfortunately, James, I'm sorry to say that, but I was not subscribed to your channel, but I am now.
Awesome. Good.
Well, DIY isn't for everybody, but
So I didn't
It's
even
not
know
only DIY.
I didn't even know your channel was my PI
I
Dream.
like
I
the
didn't even
TV
know that.
teardown one. That's my favorite.
Okay, but are you a subscriber now?
Yes, I am, and I'm see a video where it look like you
Salaam.
like you're about to crap
Oh, is that the
somebody's
late
back.
Oh, the last one is you'll see a box in our back. It's called "What's in the Box." It's the latest episode on the Pavilion build.
Yeah.
We got
Oh,
two major
James.
projects.
James, you just
What?
you just reminded me. Lori and I were
What?
watching the video where you were catching up on all the birthdays from like October through November or
September,
whatever.
from September.
Yeah. You left out October 26th, man. I was hurt.
Did you send me something?
You
No,
should
I don't
just
think you
know.
sent me.
We're buds. You
Oh, I
should
should
know.
know.
Oh. See how you are?
Dude, I don't even
No, it's
remember my
okay.
own birthday.
I
my
figured.
wife has to remind me.
No,
You know your birthday's
just
next
teasing.
week, and I'm like, oh, is
I'm
it really? Oh.
just teasing.
By
No,
the
let
way,
it go. I'm
James,
just
my
teasing.
birthday is in 4 weeks.
It's in
Yeah, you
4
better
weeks.
remember
Okay, but do me a
James,
favor.
remember Art.
Do me a favor. Send me, because the only way.
But
This is what I do. This is what I do.
We're
Art, when
Facebook
people send
friends. It should pop up
on
on
a-
your calendar, man.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. Nothing. No, I don't
What?
know. I don't understand.
He's not on
I gotta tell you,
Facebook.
but-
Well, he's on Facebook, but
He
he's
is.
not.
yeah.
He's
So what? The way
on
He's
there.
let me
not
tell
like
you what I
us,
do.
where we're on it every 5 minutes, and well, I wonder who said what, and oh wow, look at that food that they cooked. Oh boy, look at that, nice.
Now let me tell you how I track birthdays, anniversaries, OFW, shout out. What I do is, I know you guys are Windows people. On the Mac, there's a Notepad or something like that. You have something just like that on the Windows.
Yeah.
And I have a section, and what I do in my comment section when I read every morning, and if somebody puts something about a birthday or an anniversary or special recognition,
Make a note of it.
right then I make the note inside there, and I have an anniversary column, and I put it there. If you just shooting the breeze with me, I don't remember to put it. So I got to have.
It's really okay.
I'm a visual. I'm a visual
But-
guy. You got to give me something visual for me to copy it
Well,
over.
then again, James, there was just so much crap going on for Lori and me between September and October. There was just a lot of crap going on anyway. I mean, we had good stuff and
Well-
bad stuff happening. So yeah,
Well,
it's all good.
my
I think that's cool that you
my-
do that you call out your subscribers and stuff. That's cool.
well, it's a very small
It's
effort on
engaging.
my part, but it means so much to
Mhm.
those who
Yeah.
they make it makes them feel like, oh, you think something special of them, and you need that these days.
That's
You
the
know,
connection.
everybody
That's
needs
the whole
Yeah,
connection.
I got to tell you, I'm starting a new segment. And it has to do with when I go to the mall. Now, I haven't really gone out in the last 2 years during the pandemic. We probably go out once a month, if we go out once a month. But before the pandemic, we would go every week to the shopping mall, to SM Lipa, it's a big shopping mall, to Robinson,
Clyde's.
Lipa, big shopping mall. And we get stopped by people in the parking lot. They'll drive up their car real quick. They'll speed up. And it's like, I'm afraid this is going to be a drive-by shooting or something like that. And they roll down their window real quick. And they're like, oh, I watch your videos. I'm a subscriber on your channel and everything like that. And we sit there and we chat with them and all that kind of, and that happens so often. It just happened the other day.
Oh, I
Very
hate you.
nice.
I love you and I hate you. I want that to happen so bad. It's so weird. Like Lori and I are waiting for the first time that actually happens. Where we're like recognized.
We do it. It happens at SNR, the Costco equivalent over here. It happens in Wilcon, and it happens in Wilcon no matter if I'm in Manila or I'm on Lipa, everywhere. And these people come up to me, and they're so kind. And a lot of them, you can see we're in the mall a lot of time. And I got to tell you, it's so humbling for me, because I'm just like
Yeah,
you.
it's very
We're all
cool.
normal. We're just normal people, but people kind of
Just put your pants on one leg at a time and everything.
They make you feel like a movie star or something like that, you know. And
Well, that's
I
what makes
often
it so cool. I mean, it takes a lot of work to do the YouTube thing. Takes a lot of work, but you do it because it makes you feel good. But then it's cool that other people feel good by watching your stuff. They learn something or they just enjoy it, and to have somebody who watches your stuff to come to you, James, I've seen your stuff, I love your stuff. That has to feel great, because I would love that. That's just like that would fuel me to just like work even harder, personally.
That's why I keep doing it. I tell them it's because of people like you why I do it. Because remember, I did the house build, and that's all I was going to do. I was going to shut it down. The objective of the channel was to show people who are going overseas, whether it be the Philippines or anywhere, the challenges that you're going to have while you're building, what things to look out for, and to share my experience and make it easier on somebody else. We were going to stop it. We were going to stop the channel, but it's grown into this whole other type of a entity, you know.
You have
and
your channel's like a relationship channel, which is really cool.
It is. To
me that's cooler than like because that's one of the right, you have relationship channels, and then you have basically informational channels like how-tos and DIYs and stuff. But I think Lori and I actually, we really want to do like what you're doing, where we get like, we want that relationship. We want people to like, we want them to travel with us, basically, like virtually travel with us. That's what we're going for. And that, I think that's really cool. That's why just in bringing in the birthday thing and the honeymoons and the anniversaries and all that stuff. It's just cool because like
that one,
your viewers will really dig that. They do dig that.
Yeah. Well, I felt really bad because starting in September is when we started doing the pavilion build over here. So I try to separate just shooting like what we're doing right now. We all get together and we kind of say what's going on today, what little things are happening in our lives and all. And those are normally the kind of episodes that I bring in when I'm working in the garden or something. It's my personal connection, my very personal connection to the viewers. That's why a lot of people say, I'll be glad when you get done with your building project and go back to showing us your garden and talking about planning and cooking and stuff like that. But I separated the building episodes as strictly building, and I really haven't been talking about birthdays and things like that. And that they kind of in the building has been taking up so much of my time here.
Yeah.
And I told Ness the other day
that fell behind.
I told Ness, I said, I feel really bad. I got this log of people.
You have a list, like you had a long list to go through. Lori and I were listening to it.
And believe it or not, they never write back to me and say, "Oh, you forgot back in September." But I watch your episode, and I want to thank you for doing the shout out, even though it was 4 months ago or 3 months ago. They come back and they thank, and it meant something. It meant something to them, so that was cool.
Yeah, only somebody like you would bust your
James,
chops on it.
I loved your Christmas videos that you posted on Facebook, and Amber is getting big.
Oh gosh,
she is so adorable.
The pandemic has made us. We're so isolated. We're like on an island here, right?
Right.
And Ness and I have just. I got to tell you, we've been so separated from the rest of the world. That's why I like coming on your channel here so much, because I get to make my connections again with real people live like we're doing right now. And I was so surprised when I went back to the barangay for the Christmas party that they did at the church, that big courtyard that's behind the church in the barangay. Every barangay has it's federally sponsored. Money goes in to build this big sports complex. And when I went back there and I saw the kids that I'm used to being really kids, I mean really tiny, and how big they've grown, it was like, oh my God, I've been disconnected from the community way too long. So I need to start getting back with the community here. But it was Amber. Amber, you just say
she was like a fixture on your show back in the early days of the build, because you would go from your apartment over to Tierra Maria, and you would go through the stores, the sorry store, and you go by Amber's house, and she was what, like 2 years old back then,
maybe 3 or 4, maybe 3 or 4. Because I think I don't know what grade she's. I'm going to guess she's probably in around the first or second. I think about the second grade. Yeah. But all the kids in the neighborhood, they were so kind. Everywhere, the whole road going all the way from my apartment out here. It was.
There you
really
go. There's Adrian's.
There you go.
Go check out his stuff and subscribe.
Well, Adrian, your show is right after this one, right? Is it coming?
Yes, it is. It's gonna be in about 5 minutes.
Too soon.
Hey, Chuck, by the way, thank you for doing that, buddy. Really appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Thank you, Art, for letting me do that.
Yeah, we gotta do more of this now that the Canadian Drone Hub is on hiatus.
Cross-pollination, baby.
Yep. Cross-pollination. Yep, that's right. You know,
that's what
we help each other grow each other's channels, I
think it's important to get everybody out there.
Yep.
Yeah. I have to go ahead and thank Johnny Drone Flyer. He's the one that actually told me about that website called Canva for you to go ahead and do your thumbnail for your videos.
Yep, that's
And
what I
hell,
use a lot.
I didn't even know. I've been struggling for a while how to even make a damn thumbnail, but Canva makes it so damn easy to just drop
Yep.
and
Canva, yeah.
Mhm.
grab and drop. I mean, and then you do your like editing, then you download it, and then boom, you're good to go.
Yeah, Canva's cool.
Hey,
There's a bunch
Bill.
of good ones out there.
Ghost Coast Drones.
Hey,
Billiam.
Johnny D. Hey, Johnny DRC. Thank you, man. Let me go ahead and hit you back right now. Appreciate you, sir.
There you go.
I don't know if it showed up. John Bonifant was asking about the link. I actually put the short link because after you get so many subscribers or something, you can have a customized link. So mine is YouTube/MyPIDream. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
to
but
actually go to me.
so like your custom URL, like I have
That's
one
the
too.
custom
I have
URL. Yeah.
Yeah, the custom URL doesn't seem to show up. Like if I go to your channel right now, James, I'll end up with I call it the launch code version. So
Hey,
like Adrian might have a cool one too, but I didn't. I just grabbed the generic launch code because it'll still take
Johnny
you there.
DRC. I just went ahead and sub to your channel just now as well. When
Awesome.
it comes to mine, Chuck, mine is pretty much youtube.com/Adrian Mateo Drones. That's actually the one that I have a choice to go ahead and get it
Yeah,
to
so you have
YouTube after after a certain
yeah,
amount of sub. But I
yep,
noticed that
after 100 subs.
whatever link you popped in there, it does not say Adrian Mateo Drones. But if you click on it, it brings up my channel anyway.
It takes you there. Yeah, it's that's the launch code one. But you're right. Like mine, I have Covaction Dronography, but my launch. If you go to my channel and you don't know, like if I just type in like Covaction Dronography and go to my website, then it'll come up with the launch code one. That's why I just pasted it in.
My-
Art, is that
Oh, look at that
My
cute
boy,
little
my boy,
puppy.
I don't know if you can see it. Hopone is covered in epoxy. When I was
Oh
working on that
no!
granite,
Oh,
and
I saw
I
you
had
gluing all
epoxy
that.
dripping, and Hopone wants to stick with me no matter what I do. He wants to work with
He's
me.
using
I'm like,
epoxy.
can you see the hard? Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Can you see the hard? It's all. I gotta guess. But he works with me when I'm working out here. No matter where I am, he's right by my side wherever I am. And it was
covered
dripping. The epoxy
I saw
was
you
dripping.
epoxying like you're putting the epoxy
I'm
on
epoxying my
the
dog.
reinforcement on the those
Yeah.
iron reinforcement pieces are nice looking, man.
I
yeah,
gotta
they
tell you,
are. Nice.
I wanna make a quick comment about that. You know those pieces. I looked online in the U.S. on Amazon.com. There's one big company that supplies a lot of ironworks to Amazon, and they got dozens of these are called core
Probably
bills. They're the
expensive.
mounting brackets, core bills for shelving, and it could be indoor shelving, library shelving, what you see here with the granite. And what I did was I took a picture of one of those because I believe that one was $99 each on Amazon.com, plus whatever the shipping
Crazy
would have been.
expensive.
And it would have
And the
probably
shipping's
cost
expensive.
me. Yeah, the shipping and the customs
'Cause they're
would have
heavy.
killed me coming here because they're heavy. They're heavy. So I went to my ironworks person, and I left a link to the ironworks person. And I will tell you, I got eight of
Lori's
these handmade, painted, everything perfect from my ironworks person for what it would have cost me, not including shipping and customs, for one had I bought it from the U.S. on
Wow.
Amazon.com.
all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Brother-
got a smoking
brother
deal
Art.
in the craftsmanship and the
Okay,
workmanship is
Adrian.
really, really nice.
Thank
too.
you for the link, but I'm about to go ahead and hit.
All
You're
right.
going live,
Well,
Adrian. All right, man.
James,
Good
I
luck.
got
Good
you.
luck on the
Have
show
you.
today.
Chuck, Art,
Take care, man.
you guys more than welcome to come, and everybody in the chat. I'm coming on next at 9 p.m. Thank you, Art. I'll see you later, buddy.
All right. Take care, man.
Cheers, Art.
Later,
Merry
Adrian.
Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm telling you,
Excuse
that's
me.
one good thing about the Philippines, and probably a lot of other countries, Costa Rica, any other country that isn't as industrialized as we are in the U.S. is you can get some really good custom-made, high quality, anything,
Right.
pretty much anything, except for
Mhm.
electronics. Anything when it comes to labor type things, woodwork, ironworks, concrete works,
Hello,
and
eat more
set up a
possum.
fraction.
Well, folks,
Fraction of the
it's time for the last giveaway of the evening, the mystery prize. Pick a number between 1 and 60.
Three
Yes.
giveaways today.
Yep, this is
The bonus plan, man.
Yep.
You're on
I-
Art's holiday bonus plan.
I want
Not BONE
so-
hyphen US, but
I think 47's the number.
yeah, right? Yeah, the
I
fix
mean,
was on.
I'm gonna. Oh, what is that?
Mini
Oh, is that-
turtles.
Oh, minute! I love turtles. Wait a minute! I gotta open up Safari now, just so I can.
Oh, you
log
better
in
hurry.
again.
Hurry
The
up.
window's about to close.
Dun, dun,
No,
dun,
no,
dun,
no,
dun,
no!
dun,
Don't close on me. Hold on.
dun, dun, dun. Jim's taking 47, I see.
I don't know what everybody. I don't know it.
Lightning can't strike 3 times, can it?
I don't know. I gotta look to see if somebody else got my number. Okay, I'm good. I think I'm good.
Alrighty then. All right, the window is now closed. All bets are now final. Let's go ahead and bring in the big wheel.
Bring them turtles home. Uh-oh.
Wow, this is
Oh, I
a
got.
big show for you today. 3 giveaways.
Yep. I decided to do something special for everyone.
A big
It's
shoe.
Christmas. All right, so there it is, folks. All right, let's go ahead and spin that wheel.
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
Oh crap!
Really
What
now?
the heck?
I'm telling you,
Oh,
there's a magnet
is
somewhere
on.
in that. There's a that's twice today, right?
And
Twice
third
that-
eye view hit it right on the head. Third eye
And
view. has
47
50.
twice today, right? I think so, something like that.
Yeah, Art looks like third eye view has 50.
Okay, let's. Yep, so far. Go back.
He's the first one in with 50, but then again, he has a bunch of numbers.
Yep.
But
He is the first one with 50.
but that was his first
That
number
is
and the first
weird.
50.
We had 50 twice, and then we had 47 twice.
Go figure.
What are the flipping odds on that?
I don't know. The fix is on.
Third Eye View, please email me your address. Chuck, if you could put my email in there.
Oh,
And
I
I
will.
could, yeah, it's Ray Dustin.
What? I lost it now. I had it
It-
all freaking ready on deck.
Yeah, COLOKID 1960 at gmail.com.
Yeah, I had it saved. Now I lost it. Oh, here it goes. Okay. I'm a cut and paste king.
Oh, Art, I heard you say earlier, you made a comment about you went to the barber and they offered to trim your eyebrows. You're
They did
officially-
trim my eyebrow.
Even if you're not, you're officially in the senior crowd now. That's
Yeah.
like the last thing that has to happen. that the
Yeah,
barber
but
says,
you know
want
what?
your
They
eyebrows
didn't give me the senior price for my haircut.
Well, when you do your
Oh.
ears and your nose, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, and that's what they do over here. They do around the edge of the ears, and they do your.
And don't forget those
nose.
chest hairs, James. They pop out of your shirt, man, when you least expect
They
it.
do. Yeah, that's
Especially in 4K.
yeah.
And there you go. There's my email. So
That's
send me
the-
your
that's the
address.
double-edged
Who's that?
sword of high
Who's-
res.
You can't hide anything. You can't hide anything in 4K.
No.
They were getting it when I was doing
Yeah.
1080. They were catching things in the background, or they'd make a comment
Yeah.
about this or that and stuff like that, personal hygiene kind of thing. And I'm like, really? The people?
Yeah,
Why are
yeah.
people freezing a frame, going frame by frame to see these things inside there? And I'm like,
I
are
know.
you kidding?
It's
I
tough,
don't care.
man.
It's
This
all fun.
4K, this 4K environment's harsh.
Yeah, it's
No
all
mercy.
good.
Oh, Akira Show is going for the Brazilian wax. There you go.
Nice.
Yep.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Yep.
We'll hear the scream all the way from here.
Just
Well-
don't do it on your butthole area.
I'm hoping.
Bungholio.
I'm hoping I'll give you an advance on what's going to happen here next week. I'm hoping, and it has to do with this area right here. This is where the TV
Oh,
is
for
going to
the
go.
TV?
The TV, yeah. The Ironworks guy is picking up this. I'm using a stainless steel enclosure on the back here. There'll be a stain,
Right.
and the TV is very, very thin, so I don't have to make the enclosure as deep as I thought it was. So it's going to be just a small
Worried about weather?
projectile on the back,
Mhm.
and it has to be weatherproof so that it's
Yeah.
a TV, So, but the logistics issue I have with that is the tempered glass that goes in front of the TV in this area right here. And the guy is coming over today. It's our drummer. It's our drummer,
Oh,
Kit
okay.
Sanchez. Kit Sanchez from Centro Glass Solutions. He's
So,
supposed to
Chuck,
be coming over today. Huh?
Who's the first
Sorry.
winner?
What's that?
Who was the first winner?
I forget now.
Yeah, I know
You're
the
gonna have to watch
the
it.
drone
You're gonna have to watch
winner
your own
was.
video.
I'll have to watch the stream over to tell you. I don't.
Oh, it was Doug Paulson. Doug Paulson won
Oh, there
the
it is, Doug
Toffee.
Paulson. Yeah, beautiful dog, James Doug Paulson.
And that's the second thing that inducts you into the senior category, Art, is after they offer to cut your eyebrows, is your memory starts going.
The second thing to
Yeah.
go with old age is memory, but I can't remember what the first thing is. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
And Joe Powers won the
And Doug
Tiny Hawk.
Paulson was one. Yeah.
If you need me to start logging these things, I will, sir. I didn't know that was part of my job requirement. I had no idea.
I think that's
Job
part of the
description.
co-host, but I think, yeah.
I didn't
so
know.
I think
I didn't know.
I think you're falling behind.
Art
on
usually
your
has a handle on this
responsibilities
stuff. I know.
And number
Put 'em
3
down.
was Third Eye View.
Can't remember. Yeah, that Doug.
Well,
Can't
well, we
remember,
know- well,
shh.
Since you forgot
Yeah.
to do that, Chuck, I think we know what you're going to get from Art in the form of a bone us. So
Yeah. It's all right. It's deserved.
for your co-host, Christmas bone us.
Yeah. It's like my boss gave me. He was kidding when he walked over laughing. He handed me the envelope full of dirt. It said BONE-US on it.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. I should have kept that
man.
envelope. It was pretty funny.
And you see my bananas over here?
Yeah, we
Bananas.
saw that in the.
I saw them
video,
earlier.
yeah.
Yeah, they haven't
Oh, you see
ripened
it's
much
starting to turn.
since.
They are. Don't you see them starting to turn yellow here?
Yeah, but
Yep.
look at the ones. Most of them are still like pretty green. The ones over on the. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they are. But you know what? The problem with bananas is
They all ripen at the same.
ripe at the same time.
Yep.
So
eat 'em, like, instantly.
most of the Cavendish variety they have here, they produce usually over 100 bananas on one bunch when you pull the bunch down, and then you have got 100 bananas you got to eat like in 5 days. So
If you pull
We
it off
normally-
the bunch, you pull a banana off the bunch, it'll ripen faster than the rest of them on the bunch that remain.
yeah, my gardener he pretty much does all. I
Pull
can't
one off
figure
and then
out.
pull another one off.
I can't
pull
figure
another
when's the
one off.
time. I always think he's pulling them off way too soon. But
Oh, Dustin wants to know if they have plantains there.
Aren't they like
They do.
smaller bananas, kind of?
Yeah, that
No,
is,
they're big.
is that the
no, the
Sabah?
plantains are big. The smaller ones are Sabah.
No,
Yeah,
the
Sabah.
plantains
okay.
are the small ones, I think.
Oh, so I was right. I guess I have it
I thought
backwards.
they were big.
I'm just gonna shut up and listen.
I know
Nope.
they have them. Hold on.
Well, you
We're
want
gonna
me
have
to
we
Google
have to
that
go-
for you?
We are gonna have to Google this.
Oh no, we're gonna trust Google. All right, I'm gonna let you guys type. I'm just gonna laugh.
Yeah, they're big. They're big. Look,
Oh,
Google.
They are?
Maybe they
You
do
can-
have
yeah, you
monkeys.
can
James, do you guys have monkeys?
Go to Google, type in plantain. Yeah, they're big. They're big bananas.
James, do you guys have monkeys
you-
like Keith does in Thailand?
No, they don't have monkeys there. The closest thing to primate is the tarsier.
Tarsier?
Yeah, they're the ones with the big eyes. They're really cute, and they're not very big.
Yeah.
They're maybe 3 inches tall,
don't have
and
anything
they're only
like that.
found on the whole.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that around here. We have
Bungholio?
lizards and ants. Lots.
And
Lots
frogs,
of both of those.
too.
No, it's cute. Lori said something about lucky you don't have monkeys like Keith at the K Spot has in Thailand, because man, they're all over the place.
Oh.
He showed a biking video. He's starting to do biking vlogs. He was showing me some raw footage, or I think he had it on 2K drones, and there are monkeys everywhere there. It's insane. I had no idea. They're like running rampant.
Oh, yeah, and they'll steal stuff.
They
Oh,
stole his
God.
RC for his Mavic 2 Zoom. He told the story where he set the remote controller down in his car, left the door open, and a monkey grabbed his remote control. His drone. He got it back. He's lucky he got it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll take stuff that he had one come into the house. A monkey came into the house and like got into the Ovaltine. It had chocolate powder all over, like snorting the powder and stuff. I was like, dude, you gotta film this stuff. This is YouTube gold. You have to film this stuff and put it out there.
Yeah, we take it for granted. Animals are really smart. I will tell you, last night what Mary Ann did for the first time. Both the dogs, they always stand at the back on the back lanai that goes into our sunroom, into our house, and they wait. And even when I open the screen, there's a command. It's the same command that I give them for eating. When they can start eating, they know to wait, and they'll stand in there, wait, and I'll give them. Then they come in. But yesterday, I'm sitting. I know the dogs are outside, and I'm working on the computer on the island in the kitchen. But I think the door. Sometimes when you slam the screen door, it backs up.
Oh,
about
it'll bounce.
There's a little tiny gap inside there. But normally, I don't even worry about that. And I'm sitting there working on the computer, and I hear something in the background. I look over the shoulder, and Marianne takes her paw, and she opens the door, and she comes in, and she lets Hopone in. So she opened the door for her and Hopone last night to come inside the house. So now she has a new trick. She's figured out how to open the screen door and come into the house on her own. She's so smart.
I'm still waiting for the video of Marianne.
Yeah. Well, she's done such a good job of killing all the lizards around here, of getting rid of the lizards. We hardly ever. I haven't seen a lizard in the house, which is really weird around here.
She's into frogs now.
She's into frogs now. That's what it is. She's into
frogs.
Frogs.
Okay. Well, that'll work too.
That'll work too. Yeah, that'll work for you.
Yeah. Anything that'll get me some views.
Maybe. Never know.
Yeah, she's a hunter. Last night, over on our Canadian neighbors' lot over there, there's always this yellow-orange cat that hangs out over there. It's a free-roaming wild cat.
You call him feral.
I don't think it's owned by anybody around here. And last night, the cat came in the yard, and in our front yard, you know where that big coconut tree is in the very front yard by the entrance gate coming in?
Yeah.
Well, they chased it up the coconut tree, and they were barking and screaming like nothing I've ever heard before. But the cat was inside there, and then they had that cat trapped for quite a long time. It was pretty late. Then the cat got out, and then Marianne the Houdini, she just found another way to get out of the yard. That we just spent all this money fixing all the gates inside here, because I thought Marianne was so fat she couldn't fit in between the bars and the gate. I didn't think she could do that. But she does one of these kind of things. There's certain kind of animals that can actually compress their body and squirm.
Yeah, usually
the mouse.
Yeah, rodents can.
Right. Well, Marianne, we don't call her Marianne anymore. We call her Houdini. She figured out how to do something with her body and her chest, because she's her shoulders so she does it, and she kind of goes through sideways. So we're like, we got to do something before she gets out and the neighbor complains. So we hired our ironworks person. So all of our gates, here, I'll show you. As a matter of fact, I'll show you right now. Looks really cool. So I thought we took care of the problem. So you see what they did? Can you see?
Doubled up the bars.
Yeah.
They doubled up the bar. These were not here before.
Right.
So we did that on all the gates. The walk-in gate in the front. Good
night, Doug.
The vehicle gate in the front.
Oh, later, Doug. Congrats, man.
Night, Doug. Yeah, congrats on that. Merry Christmas. And the vehicle gate and the service gate that I just showed you right over here. So we thought, we're good. So what she did, she said, I can't get out here. let me inspect the rest of the fencing around the yard. That's how smart she is. She really thinks really logical.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks and she found another spot. So we have to have the iron person come again. It's going to cost me a fortune. Most Filipinos around here,
Solid
all
doors now.
they would put their
Solid
dog
panels.
in. They would put their dog in a box with with the
Could electrify
fencing
them.
very small. But I hate to do that.
Electric.
And
What happened to the collar that you had on him for
well,
a
the
while?
collar, let me tell you, I spent a lot of money. On that wireless dog collar thing that.
But that's just for
keeps them
training.
inside,
That just
alerts
trains them. Then
Yeah, it did,
Yeah.
but she doesn't say. I think she's a young senior because she forgets very quickly about the motivational things that are supposed to keep her in the yard.
the reminder of
I went
zap.
the other day. That's the reason why we put the bars on the fences, because she got out the other day. I'm like, how'd she get out? Then I caught her. I watched her getting out. So, but the reason the collar it quit working, and there's an alarm. There's an alarm code on the transmitter device on the fence, and it was putting alarm code 12. And I sent a message to the company, and they're like, we don't know what it means. And I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't know what it means? They're like, well, check all this, check the continuity of your wire. Maybe somebody cut your wire or something like that. We have been doing a lot of, with the pavilion project over here, we've been doing a lot of clearing for pipes and electrical wires and stuff like that. So maybe my gardener or somebody maybe broke the wire. So, and I don't want to do that again, because the way the fence works, it has two connections inside the controller box. And you have a piece of wire that may be 300 meters long or 150 meters long.
Yep.
And it must go around your entire yard and make a loop and end up back at the same place that it started. And that's digging like a 3-inch trench around your perimeter. And that was a pain when I did that. That was a lot of work, and I don't want to have to do that all over again, because now we have trees and bushes and all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a real pain now to do that. But I have a feeling they broke. You can't just splice it together. You can't.
It's a rough room.
I feel so
Anyway,
sorry.
so I had to do something. I don't want to chain her up all the time. I don't want to put her in a box like some people do around here. So we're slowly filling in all the gaps that she can possibly find her way out.
That's
So
all you can do.
I contacted the ironworks company again. I said, you got to come back out. She found another spot. Got to put a bunch of other bars inside. So hopefully this week they'll come out and take care of that.
I had a neighbor that had they had like a 6-foot wooden fence. And this dog figured out how to climb over it. Because this dog, she would jump and get her front end up over it, and then she'd pull herself up, and then we'll be over, Wayne would come over and visit us in the afternoon. All of a sudden, his dog shows up. Goldie, what the hell are you doing here? She jumped over the fence. He got up there, and she just kind of shimmied up there and got her front end and right over.
Well, Hapone, years ago, when it was probably 4 years ago, 3.5, 4 years ago. The top of our, I'll show you that also. The top of our fence has these little arrowheads. They look like arrowheads. You see these?
Yep.
Well, Hapone challenged those a couple times.
Oh.
He tried to. Yeah. I'm in the house, and all I hear is this dog screaming and screaming. Oh, it was. And I come outside, and he's got front legs over the front of it, the back legs, and right in his gut. Luckily they're not real pointy, but they were ground down with a grinder and painted and everything. But it did cut him open. He was trying to leap over the fence, run after another dog or something like that. And then he did it 2 times, and I think after the second time he learned his lesson. He's not gonna. But it's difficult. It's difficult that I made it. Oh, that's cool. So, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh,
He jumped over the fence and
no, it's difficult. It's difficult to try to help a dog that is in pain because he has something impaled in them, or because even when you try to touch them or anything like that, they're so scared they want to attack you. They want to bite at you. So I remember the first time he did that, and I'm
put a
trying to
towel
lift him
over
up,
his head, and
he's
then
panicking. He's panicking and everything like that. But I was like, even if he bites me, I got to get him off of this thing. And then I know he's got his rabies shots and everything like that, so I'm not really worried.
Yeah.
So I was able, both times I was able to recover him. But it's weird. One time we gave him a bone. You know the pork bone that has, it looks like an eye. They call it, I think it's called eye of Chuck or something like that, but it's a pork bone. And he bit down into it,
It's the eye of me.
It was round, and when his tooth went up, it split it open, but it got caught just like that over his tooth, and he couldn't get it out. And the more he tried to get rid of it, and he bit down harder, it just kept pushing further and further down on the tooth, and it was getting tighter and tighter. So me and my gardener, we were like dentists. We got a pair of pliers, and we were trying to pull the bone off of his tooth. I don't know how. It took us like a half an hour because every time you get near it, he's slamming his head one direction to the other. I wish I could have had some kind of sedative and put him out and be able to do that. But we finally got it, and we yanked it real hard, like pulling a tooth. Luckily, the tooth didn't come out with the bone, but it came off. But he suffered for that. So we learned don't give them those kind of bones.
E-Drone, welcome to the show. Oh, April, my niece, is here. Hey, April, good to see you.
Oh,
yeah, that's painful.
That reminds me about the teeth. I'm gonna tell one more story, then I gotta go.
No teeth stories.
Oh, I gotta tell you. The teeth story. Did I tell you the first tooth story about me going to a local dentist here in the Philippines? Down.
Yes. Yes. You did.
It's okay. Well, I had to go again. I probably didn't tell you. I don't know if you watched the radio station interview last week when I was down in Leap. I got invited to a local radio station to talk about retiring in the Philippines. But I spoke a little bit about my experience. We have one of our Rotarian members from the Rotary Club that I'm a member of here in Lipa. We have a lot of professionals. We have doctors and lawyers and dentists and stuff like that. One of the members is a dentist, and she was the one who I went to the first time that I told you the story about.
Oh.
But that same tooth, it was the second molar in the back. It broke again. After her fixed it for 2 years, and when I went back, yeah,
April is a dental assistant.
I'm sure you can in the Philippines. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm telling you. I'm sharing a Philippine tooth dental experience. Now, my friend who's a dentist, she's very good and she's very kind. But you're going to find your experience with dentists in the Philippines are probably, especially if you're in the province, if you're away from the the really, really big cities. When you go inside the office,
not as
everything. Well, yeah, you go inside, and the waiting room is actually part of where the chair
the old girl with the pulleys.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but when you first walk in, like in my friend's dental clinic, you walk in where you sit. There's only a piece of glass that provides separation that you can see through between you and where the dentist chair is on the inside. So everybody in the waiting room is looking at you inside there, right, while you're getting your dental work done. All right. And then the first time I went to her, she didn't use any anesthetic, no local anesthetic, not even a little cotton swab with something to deaden. And she's grinding away at the tooth and all inside there, hitting the nerves. And I'm screaming. And I'm trying not to be a sissy, but doing as much. And I'm hoping she'll understand from all the pain and the scream that I'm doing that this guy probably needs something to deaden the nerve around the tooth where I'm working. But I tried to bear it like a man. I really did. So I went through the whole process, and we went through the whole thing, and she took care of it. She took care of my problem. And the second time that I went to her, which was 2 weeks ago, The same tooth broke, but not what she did. All the stuff that she put, she did it like a composite filling.
Yeah.
Where most people on a molar would probably get a crown. What they call over here, they call it what is it? It's called porcelain jacket, is what they call over here, porcelain jacket. Well, I called her on the phone and I said, that same tooth, but your stuff is still good, but another part of my tooth broke off around that. And she said, come in and we'll do a porcelain jacket inside. And so anyway, I went there, and they don't do crowns here like they do, at least in the rural area. At my dentist inside the U.S., you get everything's done in 2 hours. In the U.S., they're so advanced in their technology and the equipment that they have. You go and they have a computer that maps. It's a 3D mapping. Yep. They send it to a 3D printer that has a porcelain stock inside it. It drills.
We talked about this last week. It sounds so repetitive.
Maybe we did.
Yes, you
did. We talk about this last week?
Yeah, we'll put up our hand. Okay. You know, that's our signal. You told us that last week.
It's super cool tech. It's a high-tech 3D printer. When you start talking about the 3D printer, I'm like, yeah, I heard this before. I'm just going to go like this again.
Well, then I won't talk. I won't talk about it again.
No, I don't mean to make you sad or anything, but kind of mean to make you sad.
Well, you have to tell me. You have to tell me that I talked about these things. Oh, I don't want to be like my dad.
Raise our hand. That's the signal. We heard this.
Well, tell me at the very beginning, because I don't want to be like and I'm becoming my dad. Yeah, I'm becoming. Every time I go to my dad, my dad tells me the same story, and he's been telling me for 50 years, over and I never, not once, and I'm probably being kind. I'm not saying, Dad.
I'm not a nice guy. I heard that before.
Yeah, no, I don't say that.
My dad tells me the same story again. Dad, you told me that last week. You did? Yeah.
I always get the story from my dad.
I
remember when I met your mom, the very first time I met your mom, and he tells me that story. I've heard it.
Okay,
I've heard it 2,000 times, but I listen, and I'll continue listening to 2001, 2002. I'll keep listening to it. Okay, so I'm not going to finish the story since you're going to have to watch anybody that's in the chat, which probably heard it last week.
See, this is the perfect tease, because if they weren't here last week and they didn't hear the story, they have to go check out the video to get the story. You saved the sizzle, as Art would say.
But I know what I didn't tell you last week, because I went on the radio interview on a local LIPA station here, and the host he speaks English, but his English isn't that good. It isn't that good. So, and my Tagalog is even worse. Oh.
Sorry, that's a good one.
So anyway, when I was on being interviewed on the radio station, what you do, you send in a bio. They're supposed to have a bio. So I did a good. I thought I did a really good bio, but he read it back instead of reading the bio at the beginning of the interview, which, by the way, I thought was really, it was way too long. He spent like 11 minutes doing an intro before the three of us, me and my wife Ness and her sister, we were the people being interviewed. And before we sat there, you can see us on the screen because it was broadcast on Facebook. And we sat there the whole time, and for 11 minutes we had to just listen to him talk, and all you saw was us with the microphone, the big boom microphone in front of him. We're just sitting and listening.
Stressing.
But he read my part of that 11 minutes, which was very short anyway, the part that he did. He read my bio, translated into Tagalog, but he also translated what his interpretation of what my life was. And he changed so many things inside there, and I'm listening to it, and I'm just catching some words inside there. And then later on, this told me, he lied so much about the stuff that you sent them. And he was, one of the things had to do with my military career, and he was saying it's mandatory in the U.S. that we all have to, like, what do they call it, conscripts, or what's the mandatory term for people who must join the military? What's the conscripts.
Yeah.
He said, in America, it's mandatory that you have to join for so many years and stuff like that. I didn't catch that until later on. I'm like, why did he say it? Why did he change that? And he changed a lot of other stuff inside there.
Like, I am a businesswoman.
Oh yeah, he said Ness kind of got a little bit offended. Because she's a school teacher. And we talked a little bit inside the bio about my wife's career as a school teacher, and he neglected any of the stuff I put in about it. And the only thing he said, his wife Ness is a businesswoman. That's all. That's all. He said. She said, I'm not a businesswoman. So he kind of gave us the business on a lot of that stuff.
Good night, April.
Night, April.
Good night.
Yeah. I think what you had was lost in translation.
Yeah. But also a host who had a vivid imagination and decided to include a lot of that into it. And I didn't find that out until later. And then I wish somebody would have pointed some things out to me.
Well, at least he didn't say you were an astronaut.
Yeah. Well, he did say I was from North Carolina, though. That's what he said. And his trademark on his channel that he comes on every week is a 2-hour slot every week on his radio station. And his trademark, everybody that he talks to, is there's a Filipino word that sounds just like an American word that's spelled very different. It's called best friend. It's similar to best friend. So he's like, when he talks to me, he's like, oh, and I have my best friend here, BESFREN, I think is how they spell it. And best friend. Then when he talks with people, somebody types in the Facebook chat, oh, my best friend, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's his best friend inside there. Anyway, but it was kind of a weird interview. Very different from the other interviews that I've had on some of the other national radio stations here in the Philippines. But it was fun. We had fun. I got invited back. Not by him, but by his general manager. His general manager.
Oh.
Yeah, general manager wants me to come back and do a interview on being a vlogger inside the Philippines. Talk about the channel. He wants to give some more exposure to our channel.
You went silent.
Local. What's that?
I don't know if it's my headset went silent or you went silent. Something went silent. I lost your audio for a little bit. Like that, yeah. I know you're messing with me now. I can tell.
You do it to me, man. You do it to me all the time.
It's the same thing. It's what you exaggerate. When you do it like fake, you exaggerate like I do. So it's like really
payback. Payback. Yeah. Hey, it's raining.
Payback is a BITCH.
You know, Art, you did it to me again. Really, I really was only going to be here for like 10 minutes. I was only going to be.
Yeah, he does it to me every week too. Don't feel bad.
Well, yeah, and it's about that time. We've done over 2.5 hours. So, yeah. Hey, all great you show, guys in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming. And I don't know, Chuck, are you going to be around for next week, or are you going to be?
Is that Christmas?
Yes, it is.
I got some shit going on next week, I'd say.
So I don't know if we'll do a show next week. Yeah.
You got something more important than showing up on Art Show? What could it be?
I think I have something that's pretty important next week. And maybe the week after that too. It's a crazy time of the year now.
You're not going to be on for New Year's either. New Year's Eve.
Art's Rockin' Eve. Is that what's happening?
There you go. Yeah, the big
ArtCo drones
Rockin' Eve.
Right up there on top of that water tower, we'll have the big
get the countdown.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the drone. The drone could crash down the side of the tower, right?
Oh, I want to throw
everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming.
Art, before you go, Art, before you go, I just want to throw something here real quick. I was talking with Gerard and V, our Canadian neighbors here that are building across the street. It's actually their anniversary, and there's an anniversary and a birthday, I believe, is their combo thing. And we're going to El Toro next week. El Toro, the German restaurant. I think we've done some videos from there in the past.
Yeah, that sounds so German.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of everything. They have Filipino, German, Italian. What other foods did they have? Oh, Mexican
maybe.
Mexican, yeah. They have a little bit, but they're one of the best. They're actually my favorite restaurant. my favorite restaurant that I've been to.
I remember a couple of videos.
I don't know. What do you think? I told Gerard and V. I said, if you want to, I said maybe we'll do an episode on that one right there. I don't know if the folks are. Would you be interested if we did a video going with them out for their anniversary, birthday? What do you think?
Will there be nudity involved?
They said if you want to do that, we can do that. I said, well,
Yeah.
if you just want to have a private
Depends
thing,
how
it's
racy
okay.
it is.
It's
If the
not a big
thumbnail
deal
is
to
some
do it.
chick in a bikini that's hot, then we'll probably watch.
Yeah, there you go.
You never know. You never know.
I see they get all the views on YouTube. I see the videos with the thumbnails of some smoking hot chick and some.
Man, she's not even in the
little-
video. She's not even in the video.
Well, she's
Well,
supposed to
except
be.
Darcy, she's in
Darcy's
those.
in her
She's the
stuff,
one
yeah.
catching all the fish, and she's got really good. It's called Darcizzle Offshore.
Yeah,
And
that's
she's,
like fishing with Luis is similar.
Yeah,
thing. Then there's
She's all right. Yeah.
Sailing
I don't
Noodles,
do
think
the
is
bait.
another one.
Yeah, I don't do the bait.
There are a bunch of channels where they show TNA on the thumbnails and it's really in the videos too. And
Well,
they
it's
get
the
so many
picture on the
views.
thumbnail, and it's the wording that you put in there. I was so surprised. You know the one that I said, granite, the episode before last, and that really shows I got to tell you, that video shows most of the progress here out of all the pavilion. And I think that's episode 18 or 19. I don't know. Of the pavilion built. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a great episode. Remember I told you how sometimes you think you're going to get a lot of views and then you can do something really
Yeah.
silly or very
Mhm.
minor, and then you get thousands and thousands of views. Well, I did that one, and I think that the viewing on that one for the granite, which shows most of the progress here on the build, it's probably down like 20% of what my normal views are for every episode. And then I did the what's in a box after it, which is what's in a box, and it got the keyword what's in a box. And I just loaded that this morning, and I was already like 50 or 75% higher in views on that one than my
Go
normal
figure.
views. And I don't understand
Yep.
it. It was
You
just
hit the algorithm.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
I don't know.
poked
I
YouTube
still
just right.
I can't figure it out.
Well, everybody in the chat, thank
Aye.
you for coming. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye, and keep them flying.
Thanks
Peace
for
out.
coming. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy everything.
Happy
Merry
festival.
everything.